one.
Are we live? It's still counting down.
Yep.
There's a slight delay.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to the next episode of Dungeons and Dad Jokes, where I'm sure we get quite punny around here. If this is your first time joining us, please feel free to leave a comment. Let us know. I'm going to read the town crier. And let you know what we did last week. All right. The party last week went to see the councilman Mylian. Through a twist of phrasing by the party, he figured out they knew about his name being listed among those who had paid for the doctorish's services, eventually settling on 150 gold each for his safe return. Mylian also informed them that Fallon, a guard, would meet them at Marchette to navigate them to the gang. Inside the Marchette, the party found a lively crowd, waiting and tasting their most popular drink, the Kiss. Fallon makes his way over to their table. After hearing what they needed, he directed them to the hidden door that they had not discovered before. Once the crowd's attention was drawn by the lovely barmaids, all of which look identical, all four of them, the party exited through the door and down into the tunnels beneath the city. Seeker, paying careful attention to the direction, was able to realize quickly that they were going to the north side of town. Before heading up, Fallon informed them they were entering the area known as the Hatchet, and it was ran by the gang leader, Jerlin. The party climbed out of the tunnels and into a small building. Fallon exited first, being recognized by the guards standing just outside. He informed them that the rest of the group to follow was with him. Many of you that exited saw several archers among the trees. Fix, in particular, spotted the extra archers actually up in the trees and pointed them out. As you were passing a large pit, you paused briefly to watch Jerlin run one of his own guards through with his sword and challenge the rest as to who would dare challenge him. No one, of course, answered. Then you made your way to the nearest building, which was a tavern. Fallon left you there to set up a meeting with Jerlin, and in the meantime, Forsyth transformed into a rat and ran around the campsite. Discovered the tent where the doctorish was being held, and a couple of the other tents. You knew the one that Jerlin walked into, assuming it was his. With some successful... when Fallon returned, he led you to the meeting with Jerlin. With some successful deceptions to support Fix's genuine care for a silver pocket watch that he was offering in exchange, Jerlin took you up on that exchange. But before letting the doctorish go, he did inflict the doctorish with a black pill that has some nanites in it for tracking. Seeker and Evangeline both noticed that this is for tracking. Evangeline, having studied some Numenera before, also knew that this essentially also had a kill switch. They brought Doctorish back through the tunnels and returned to Geese, where the Doctorish had been staying. They mostly cleared out the rooms on top, leaving one Abisham, one of the daughters' beau, in his own room. However, they set up watches and were attacked through the night as they anticipated. You managed to slay 2 of the 3 that came in. One of them, put asleep by Fix, is now bound and is asleep. And that is where we're going to pick up. Do you wish to finish out your rest? Do you wish to interrogate now? What is your plan?
Well, after tying up the one that was remaining and then dragging him to the room and putting him in a chair, Fix would go and curl back up on the bed and say, he would mutter at him a couple curses for interrupting his sleep.
So for interrogation, is it persuasion or intimidation or both?
It depends on how you want to interrogate.
Well, I've got a +1 in either, so it's not going to be me.
I've got a +4 in intimidation, so
Um, let me see. I don't. Oh,
kind of
there's
my
a 6 in
thing.
that.
Not me. I got a -1.
Where's Fix? There's Fix. Mm. Fix has a +5 in either, but he is sleeping right now. So, Cadet, please.
Let's see. I was on watch, right?
I believe
so. Yeah.
I was on watch too.
Yeah,
Actually,
Evangeline, I think you were in the room, and Kadeth, I think you were outside in the hall, if I recall
Yeah.
correctly.
And then
But
Evangeline
it doesn't matter
woke
where
up
you're at
Fix,
now.
and then Fix woke up Seeker, and then everything kind of went hectic.
Since I was already on watch, I'll just actually we can just put this guy out in the hallway and tied up in the chair with me, and I'll stay on watch till morning, and then we can question him once everybody's had sleep.
Make sure he doesn't get any sleep.
Oh, he'll be awake.
I will go back in the room and watch over the doctorish.
Likewise, but I'll finish sleeping.
Alright.
Once everybody's settled, and I'll wake the guy up, smack him awake, and I'm gonna set my sword in a way where basically to be like sitting point first on his foot, and just stand there like that at watching for the rest of the morning until everyone wakes up.
All right.
I will stay where I was and watching the stairs.
Okay. All right. Then when you wake him up, he kind of grumbles a little bit, not really saying anything, and he just remains quiet, contemplating his life's failures.
A choice.
So- Right. So he will remain awake for the rest of the night. However, the rest of you can go ahead and claim your long rest.
Yay!
Thank you.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
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 That's with my sleep, will you?
I love wife coffee.
So, once everybody starts getting up, I'll pick up the guy, or I'll just drag him in the chair back into the room.
Are you going to
And-
choose a different room or into the room with the doctorish?
Bring him into my room.
Yeah, we'll do the other room.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Goodberry the night before. Is it 24 hours it lasts for?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, I'll cast Goodberry the night before, so I have 8 good berries already ready. I love saying that.
Okay. And
Okay,
I'm going to pull out a whetstone and do the classic, sharpening my sword, even though it doesn't need it. I'm going to be sitting there
Alright.
sharpening my sword while I start. And I'm going to do that for like a full minute before I even say anything to the guy.
All right. So Kadeth gets himself all set up with the table and chair, gets the whetstone laid out on the table, and starts to move his sword across the whetstone, just nice and slow. Everybody in the hall can hear that sound.
No, I
as
can. I
the-
go have breakfast. I'm not dealing with that.
Oh. Except for Seeker. He says, just let me know what you find out. I'm going downstairs.
Breakfast and calling.
I feel like Fix has kind of developed a friendship with Cadet, so he would be there sitting next to him, and as soon as he sees Cadet doing the whole the whetstone down the blade thing, he looks around a moment and he pulls out his light hammer, which looks like it's been more used for like tinkering than actual combat, and he just kind of starts hitting it on the palm of his hand or something, and it just kind of looks a little ridiculous, but he's trying to emulate Cadet, who he has come to literally and figuratively look up to.
Cody, giving him intimidation at disadvantage.
Nice.
Which the thing is it Fix is actually pretty good at intimidation if he wanted to be.
Oh, okay.
He's just not trying for it right now.
Fix is
Right.
pretty strong. He may be awkward, but he's got strength behind him.
Okay.
And I will inwardly smile at Fix, but I'm not letting anything show to the guy.
All right.
Then I'll look at him after a minute or so. Say, well, I already know who you were sent by, but I want to know what made him think that we wouldn't be ready for this.
Go ahead and roll your intimidation check, Cadet, with advantage.
All right. That's 14.
Since the short guy could probably take him out at the knees. Who else is in there? Who else stayed? Seeker went
I
downstairs.
Forsyth stayed, but he looks like a half orc.
I am
Oh.
still with the doctorish.
6 foot half orc.
Okay. All right.
Tight fitting cloak.
Very tight fitting clothes. Tights. Oddly enough, Forsyth, you're going to know this, because when you take on a half-orc form, that's abhuman pushing mutant in this world. So you would not fit in with humans, especially in the steadfast. So you know not to use that form too openly. But oddly enough, the looks and stuff that you normally get with this form, he does not seem to be giving to you. Like that odd, like you are very strange looking kind of thing. Intimidation factor does work, but not the oddity factor.
They're a little
Right.
more accepted down here.
They're a little bit more accepted.
That's
Down
what I
in the
figured. That's
south.
why I took that form.
So you ask him what makes him think that you wouldn't be ready for it, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and him referring to
Jerlin.
what was his name? Jerlin.
Berlin, yeah.
Yeah. He will
Um,
look at you and kind of say, well, it's why two of us came from the other side.
What did he hope to gain here?
Guys, remember there were only 3 that we dealt with. Remember that. It was last week, I
Right.
know. That's why I'm saying it.
Yeah. Well, and he said there were 2 from the other side.
Right.
This
I
was
only
the
killed
one
one
that
on
was
the
by
other
himself.
side.
We're missing one.
Yeah,
No,
we're
this,
missing one.
This guy is the one that was from the other side. You killed
So there
one,
were
you
3
put
or
one to
4?
sleep. There were 3
There
total.
were 3 total.
And
Oh, okay.
somebody
That's-
was the one coming into the doctorish's room.
Right. And then
Yeah,
we
knocked
put
him
the
out the
2 to
window.
sleep that came in the other window. And then we
Okay.
coup de grace the one. Fig stands up on his chair, and then he steps onto the table and walks over to where the guy was that we're intimidated. Wait, is there a table between us?
There's a
I
table
don't-
that Kadeth was using to sharpen his blade, but
Okay.
that's the only table.
Yeah, and then he walks across the table and he sits down on the edge next to him. And he says, "Why would Jorlin go against his word? He strikes me as the type that, if he wanted to, he would have struck us down there, and just called it a day, not sent sore
Incompetent.
excuses for thugs."
Hasn't.
His intention was not to strike you down.
Were you coming to give us a hug? Like, I mean, and he kind of he does it. He poofs his hair a little bit. He's like, "I know that I'm attractive and all, but you're not my type. So, what were you coming for?"
Well, I mean, our mission was to find out what you know. We wanted you. out
How
of
we
the
know
room.
so much more. We know you're incompetent.
You know, a little piece of advice: surveillance is how you find out what people know, not infiltration and attempted assassinate or whatever the hell you were trying to do.
Hugs.
While they're
Attempted
doing all
hugs.
of this,
Attempted hugs, yes.
I want to do an investigation check on the doctorish. Looking at the area where I
Okay.
know the nanites went
Okay, you can roll me an investigation.
with my pluses. I rolled a 21.
Good heavens. You do see a small, almost pinprick in the area where the pill initially hit. But that's all you see. There's no actual, that's the only possible evidence that there is. It's just a small pinprick type of scar.
No discoloration or anything like that.
Nope. The guy in the chair says, well, obviously we grossly underestimated you.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Overestimated us? Oh,
Underestimated.
sorry, I must have heard wrong. I have bad ears.
No. Yeah.
What?
I mean, if I had overestimated, or if we had overestimated you,
I think you overestimated your
wouldn't
capabilities
be
because you guys
here.
were klutzy as can be.
And Fix at that, he kind of starts to stand up, and I don't know if it would be. There's not an acting skill. I don't know what it would be.
it would be like a performance if you're trying to put on a show.
Oh,
It'd be a
let's see
performance
if that,
role.
If that is something that he would possibly performance. He's not trained in it, but essentially he will attempt to pretend like he fumbles his hammer and drops it on the guy's knee from about, I would say it'd probably be about 3 feet up.
All right. Roll me performance.
Owie.
An 18.
Okay. I'm gonna say you managed to pull it off. What kind of damage does your hand axe do? Is it a hand axe or is
No,
it
it's
just
a
a
light hammer.
It's just a light hammer.
Yeah, it's a 1d4 -1 with his strength.
All right, give me a 1d4.
Or lack thereof.
The minimal is 1, so if you roll a 1, I'm not gonna make you subtract the 1.
I rolled a 3, so that makes it a 2.
Okay. All right, you managed to land the hammer on his knee, and you hear him go, but he doesn't do anything else. He
I'll
grins,
look at
grins,
Fix.
bears it.
I've told you to be careful with that thing. You could hurt someone.
Oh, he's okay. It's not like he's gonna be sneaking around anytime soon, anyways.
True.
Till he took a hammer to the knee.
Yeah. And he crawls down and he goes and he picks it up and he kind of looks at him. And I'm imagining since he's sitting, they're probably like eye to eye at this point. And he just kind of goes, "Sorry," and walks back over.
He'll kind of grimace and kind of shake his head a little bit.
Now,
Now, I have the inclination to send you back with a message. Question is, how much of a message we want to send. I think I'll
How
need
much
to
of him?
talk with the rest of my group first. But at a minimum, you're gonna at least warn Jerlin that sending people after us, not a good idea. If he wants to talk to us and he wants to find out what we know, he can come meet us. We'll sit down and have a drink. But
Oh no,
sending
this
people to
requires
attack us in the night
retaliation.
is not a good idea.
Give me a hug.
This requires retaliation. Rob's saying that, not Seeker.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you messed up my beauty
Well,
now.
we did kill 2 people.
It's not enough.
I want more.
Well, let's see how things go, and we'll make a determination.
Well, I'll wait. Does anybody have a way to? Well, I guess any of us could probably just knock him out at this point since he's all tied up.
You want to do a non-lethal blow? Knock him back out?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless. Oh, what's up?
Just in case he wakes up, Fix will get up and he'll go to where we're keeping the bodies, or where the bodies are of the others, and he'll get one of the socks, and he'll come back and use it. Actually, 2 of the socks. Shove one in his mouth, and then use the other one to tie it in place.
Let's hope it's not a clean sock.
No, just fresh off the body.
Fresh
like,
off the
just-
body.
Fresh
Might have blood on it.
dead body.
Fresh off the dead body that's been dead for 8
Socks off a
hours
dead
now.
body. Nice.
Not your dead socks.
And he is like not like his normal nonchalant self, like doo 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 doo. He's like, just in case you get the urge to scream.
Okay.
I'll wait till after Fix is done with that, then knock him out.
No, okay.
oughta
Probably appreciate
know,
getting
yeah.
knocked out at that point. I did roll for his gag reflex. He did not.
Jimmy
throw
had
up.
gangrene. And you just put Jimmy's sock in my mouth.
Athlete's foot in mouth.
Ah,
Foot and mouth disease.
Oh,
now.
God.
Athlete's foot
Foot
and
and
mouth
mouth.
disease.
Put a sock in it.
Fixed it. All right, you managed to gag him and knock him out. He is out
Okay.
in Forsyth's room at the moment, or the room in which Forsyth kind of
It's
I
a
love
cheap room.
yeah. All right, so the rest of you decide to go downstairs, lock the room behind you. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right. All right. The rest of them, it's probably about a half an hour, 45 minutes. They come down. You see them all come down, Seeker. And, well, Evangeline, are you still with the doctorish?
Yeah. I will.
We
I
would
think
let
we
you know
should
when we were done.
take the doctorish and get him some food.
Okay. All right. The doctorish will be coming down with you guys to grab some breakfast. Shamik is not there. One of her sisters is. Shira
Okay.
is there. And she is serving you breakfast.
when she orders the breakfast and everything, Fix would give his order, and then he'll look to the doctorish and point at him and says, "He's paying for his own."
Okay.
And Vix just looks at him and shrugs.
Can he afford his own, or does Forsyth rob him blind?
I haven't robbed him yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has some coinage. He has some coinage in his pouch. Not as much as he would have had, but he has some coinage in his pouch. So yeah, he'll pay for his own. That's fine.
So,
So
once we're all down there and we've got food and whatnot,
I tried whatnot once.
look at everyone. So, we've got a decision to make. I think we need to send that guy back with a message. But question is, what's the nature of the message we want to send back?
Many ways to send someone back too.
Oh yeah, I've
Like
thought about that.
dead,
Missing limbs.
right? So you have to ask yourself the question: in what condition do you want to send him back? I say.
Seeker's downstairs, so he's not part of this conversation.
No, this is
We
when we're
came
no,
we're
downstairs.
you guys
downstairs.
came
Oh.
downstairs. Yeah.
I say that we could send him back, somewhat missing most of his clothes. Slightly embarrassing, but it does
I'm a
get
big
the
fan
point
of
across.
missing limbs
Well, yeah, it's,
to
I guess
really
missing-
drive the point home.
Yeah,
or at
but
least missing thumbs.
Why missing? Because then
Because
they're
you would
just
sever
gone.
them.
They're just gone.
I
I'm
don't
trying.
need
Sorry,
them.
I'm trying to draw the line of where Vix would actually draw the line on what he would suggest, and I'm trying to determine where that line is between what Joe thinks is possible and what Fix would actually do. So actually, just nix that. He wouldn't have said anything.
And Fix is not Browning.
that's the thing.
Yeah, yeah,
This is what
exactly.
This is what Forsyth would do simply because he is who he is.
Exactly what Chuck said. Fix is not Browning, and I need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And Kadath is
Don't
very
worry,
much
you'll
about
get it by
balance.
level 5.
Yo, what?
You'll get it by level 5.
One way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Kadath
just
is
figure a little
definitely about
humiliation,
balance.
though, would be helpful to get across the point that we don't need to be messed with by this cretin.
Well,
Do whatever the lot of you wish to do, but the fact of the matter is, if someone comes into your home with ill intent, you don't send them back in 100% condition.
Well, there is that. But I don't think sending him back in a body bag is going to help us.
I didn't say a body bag, I said missing limbs.
Ah,
One or two should suffice.
It seems like missing limbs would be more effective than missing clothes.
And he did
Yeah.
claim he was there just to get information to find out what we knew, although how he meant to do that by attacking us, I don't know.
but having seen how he reacts towards failure, sending him
Fell
back
asleep.
with missing clothes would cause
Oh,
him to be
Charlie.
missing his life.
Yeah,
So I don't see that as a negative. Let Jerlin be
That-
the one to have to deal with that sort of outcome, and we will just be more above board with things.
he says as we're
Well,
sitting there with two bodies in our rooms.
Do you not think he would have any problem running somebody through?
Well, he's shown that he's capable of doing that with no remorse at all. So, yeah, I think he's capable of doing that.
Coming in with missing limbs and missing clothes, would you just run him through before he has a chance to tell you?
I don't think so. I think
No.
he's going to want some kind of a report.
I think he's intelligent enough to
I
know
think
that if
that-
somebody comes back, they have some kind of information. If they come
I-
back at
I
all,
think
they have
If,
something.
I think if they're coming back with missing limbs and missing clothes, it's apparent that their failure it's apparent. Their mission was a failure.
Or, you know, he looks to the doctorish. We could simply wipe his memory of the last 24 hours and have him wake up with the bodies of his friends.
There is that.
Uh,
And that and a note.
Yeah. And a broken or severed kneecap or something to
I
drive the
have a
point home.
vial.
A note that says, don't try that again.
Yeah.
Have it addressed to Jerlin.
Doctor says it could be done. I have a vial.
No, you
Prepared.
don't. We do.
You had a vial.
You have my vial.
Yes.
Among other things.
Got it.
I have
Speaking
a feeling.
of which, your activities. Now, I know that at this point, you have no choice but to go back and help Jerlin. Unless, of course, Miss Forge is able to solve that particular problem.
What problem is that?
Oh, you know, the problem of imminent death for the doctorish.
Ah, yes. I got some ideas.
But I don't really appreciate your methods in a general sense.
It is a means to an end. I make some coin and peace is kept in the towns that I visit.
Well, there are other ways to keep the peace and other ways to make money.
True, but this one falls within my proclivities.
Well, I'm not here to necessarily enforce any laws or my own standards, but I will be making suggestions to the council.
It's a wonder no one's drowned you. You know, hold your
Yeah.
head underwater until the last bubble goes blip.
There's always that
That's true.
possibility. Thank you again for getting rid of the most immediate danger in my room. I suppose the goods you have taken is payment enough.
Is this town big enough to have like a library or anything where I can do research?
There's a library here. I don't know how much research you're going to get done out of that, but there's a library here. You can definitely go and check it out.
Given my knowledge and my education,
Welcome, Dano.
I would want to figure out if there is a way to extract. And I
Maybe to take them out and use them again later?
maybe.
All right, yeah, you can go and research that.
I will leave the doctorish. I will look at Seeker and say make sure he stays safe.
My pleasure.
And I will head to the library.
We need to go get our payment.
I was just
Lovely.
thinking the same thing.
Unless you wish me to hold your payment for you, Evangeline.
As long as Forsyth don't hold it.
you know little about it. You don't know how much I've collected over this time period. You have absolutely no idea how many pockets have been picked.
Yeah, somebody else said that to you, Senior.
Yeah, but I know your proclivities.
Yeah, you might know my proclivities, but that doesn't mean you know my successes and failures.
Exactly.
But you're already
And
super suspicious to me.
Those that
Fair enough.
others
Because I
have
know
seen
who you are.
Forsyth do, Forsyth has been honest about
True.
thus far.
Thus far.
I only distrust you because of your past, not your present.
Right, and it's not
This
like
is
I
true.
got everyone a present.
Although you could afford to now.
There is that.
All right. So, order of business. You gonna leave sleeping guy sleeping while you take care of Doctorish? Are you gonna take care of sleeping guy first and then take care of Doctorish?
I say we take care of sleeping guy first.
Yeah, I kind of want to take care of the sleeping guy and get him out of the way.
Get him off
Yeah.
our hands.
I agree.
Right.
Because otherwise he's a burden and could break free on his own, and we don't want that. We want to control the situation.
All right. So you go back upstairs after you finish breakfast and you talk a little bit. Evangeline will part ways, head to the library. The rest of you go upstairs to take care of sleeping guy.
And what have we decided to do with Sleeping Guy?
Well, I like the idea of break his kneecap and erase his memory and write a note to Jerlin.
I will leave the potion with.
Since it
Sorry,
was
the potion's
discussed,
in the library.
since that had already been discussed, I'm sure Evangeline would have left that if that's what you guys decide to do.
I like that one. If we want to take it a little bit further, we can. But I do
I'll
want
follow
to be
your
able to
lead,
get there.
Kadath.
What's that?
I'll follow your lead. I'm not happy about it, but I'll follow it.
Well, we can certainly do a little more if you think it's necessary.
Well, no. There's no halfway in this. A man comes into your home and threatens you. You make him understand permanently that it is never an option again. At least that's
True.
the way I was trained, so there's that.
And I was certainly trained that there should be balance in all things.
Well, I already said
I
I'll
mean-
follow your lead.
By all rights, Kadeth. Balance. The idea that he'll never do it again, regardless of how you do it, making that stick, regardless of how you do it, probably would be acceptable within balance.
True. Very well. How about this as a kind of a middle ground, shall we say? We break the kneecaps and remove the thumbs.
Ooh, I like that.
Hard to do many things without your thumbs.
Or your knees, for that matter.
And knees don't grow back very well.
You
And
can
once we
wave
cut
like
off the
a princess.
thumbs, we can heal over the spot so that he just has no thumb to grow.
Interesting.
That works for me.
All right.
How about
So
this?
you go up to.
Take off 2 fingers, 3 fingers and a thumb, and leave just one, the middle one. Just a thought.
That's
Well, I
the
would
message.
Always be.
I do want him to be able to eat.
He could use the one to scoop up food.
Yeah.
Well, at least
Wow,
if he has
wow,
two
wow.
on one hand, he's able to pick up food, sort of, just
You
not
guys
very
have
good.
gone beyond barbarism into cruelty. I just wanted an eye for an eye, but you guys
The
go
thumb,
ahead.
I think the thumb will be enough.
I agree.
I'm
Good
sorry.
Lord.
Having grown up on the streets, you see some things.
I imagine.
And the reason why I suggested only one knee was at least he could limp his way back.
There is that.
Yeah, you
Ah.
break the knees, you can't move very well.
And
Yeah.
then how is he going to get the message to Jerlin?
That's the advantage to taking the fingers.
I'm good with the thumbs, but I suggest just one knee, because then he can limp back. We can send him his friends' heads in a sack that he can carry or something. And
That'll
Fix is just
make
saying
him
this
happy.
nonchalantly, like it's just we're just talking
Tuesday.
about it's
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's
yeah.
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
You know?
Tuesday.
Heads in a sack with a note to
in a sack.
Jerlin that says, "Do not try this again."
That's in a sack,
Yeah.
limping back. There we go.
Ah,
I like it.
And
All
if you
right.
still, and if, Forsyth, if you still want to see him half naked, that's on you. I'm not. I don't think we should do that part.
I don't
no,
need.
no,
I don't know
that
that we
wasn't
need to
the
do that.
purpose of it.
You said you wanted to take all his clothes off. If you want to.
Yeah, that was weird for me too. I'm glad someone else.
Yes, that is weird.
It was just a thought, guys.
You know it was a thought. It was. We know it
Was
was.
it
The
weird?
thought in that
Yes,
direction.
a weird thought.
So
Jody, did you
I
get
think
my
I
Discord
have
message?
this tinkering that I can do, and that I can magically imbue a small non-magical item with a 6-second long message.
oh, that works. Maybe like a copper piece or something.
There is that. You want to send him with a copper piece that'll speak a message?
Is there anything that these guys carry to identify themselves as part of this gang?
Well,
He
there
would
was
have
that
everything he
tattoo.
had.
Besides the
You took-
tattoo.
Oh, which tattoo did I describe to you?
Well, you
Gang tattoo.
I had noticed the one on
On Fallon.
Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I'll check this guy. Does he have the same tattoo?
He has a very similar tattoo on his arm. He also has a tattoo up that starts kind of right in here. It's the head of a snake that has his mouth open. Looks like it would bite the jugular. That's about where it's at
That
on
sounds
the
like
neck.
Jerlin there.
And it goes all the way down and back along his spine, and it disappears underneath his tunic. You're not quite sure how long it is, but he also has that.
Okay.
He
Did they have
himself-
any other identifying items with them?
Or any tiny non-magical type item he already has.
Even an odd coin would be noticeable.
A button or whatever.
A hat?
No,
Heather.
a feather. Yes, he has feathers. Don't
Gloves.
Earring,
It's embarrassing.
a ring, just something small.
No, there's nothing else on him other than his clothes. He has probably leather armor
Then just a
and
copper.
whatever weapons he was holding.
Okay.
Oh, he wouldn't have any weapons or armor.
Yeah.
He would
Or
just be
yeah,
covered.
you guys have those now.
Copper piece will do the trick then.
All right.
So what message
we'll-
do you want to leave, Cadet?
It has to be 6 seconds or shorter.
Talk fast.
So I'm thinking, Jerlin, we know what we need to know. Don't ever do this again. Because he wanted to know what we knew.
Yeah.
Whatever Cadeth was puts on there at the very end, like the last half second, Fix would hop in and say, "And you owe me a timepiece now, bit." Oh no, he wouldn't cuss at the end of it, but he would leave that.
You just leave it cut off.
I'll buy you a timepiece.
No, knowing Fix, you'd know exactly how long it would take to say that, and you'd say it with just enough time to where it cut off the word right at the end.
True.
All right. So you get the message. You break a knee. Cut off thumbs.
Cut off the thumbs. We'll heal over the where.
Yeah,
the,
Seeker volunteers to do all of that if anybody else can't stomach it.
I can help. No
Okay.
problems.
Yeah.
I'll hold
Foresight
him
to
down
see
while you're doing
a
it.
lot of.
I will even use an
Nasty
ice
stuff.
knife. No, I don't want to waste
Yeah.
the spell slot.
Numb it.
Yeah.
Um,
And then we'll use after everything else, we'll knock him out and dump the potion down his throat.
okay. So you're still gonna erase his memory too. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Also going to make sure that whatever gets cut off can't grow back, but he'll be
Yeah,
healed.
Seeker's doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Get a sack and put the heads in the sack, I guess.
I'm into cooking.
Tape a note
Sack
to the
of
coin
heads.
that says, "Play me."
Play me. How does that coin get reactivated? Is it just when it reaches its destination, or is it just a constant in loop? Like,
You know what? It actually doesn't say.
okay.
Probably a command word. I would guess it's a
Read me
command
works.
word. Yeah.
Probably.
Read me. Got it.
Yeah, just a little note that it's attached to that says "Read me," or
All right.
and like folded up in a little piece of paper.
Do you leave him in the top of the tavern, or do you take these guys elsewhere and drop them?
Probably take him
Somewhere.
to the alley.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just to
I'd
the
say
alley.
take him to an
That
alley.
works.
Yeah, nearby.
All right. So you take him to the alley, you drop him off, you've erased his memory, you've knocked him out, or you've knocked him out and then erased his memory. Either way, I don't really care. Then you've knocked him out into the alley with a sack of heads and the headless bodies, I'm assuming. Unless there's something else you want done with those. And walk away.
Yeah.
All right. The doctorish was not in there for those deeds. He can't stomach that. So he sat outside and waited. After that, you guys head toward the councilman's,
Yeah.
right?
And I assume Evangeline was off
Mm-hmm.
looking
Yep,
at the
she's
library during all this.
She's off.
Once we got the coin taken care of, I took off.
Yep. So, Evangeline, roll me an investigation. You're at the library.
All
Or you
right.
come to a building that looks like the library. You walk in. Sure enough, it is a library.
A 24.
It is not too far from the councilman's chambers, by all rights. You figure this is probably the more learned section of town anyway. And you go in, you start to look around. You begin to find some books on Numenera. And you begin to look for specifically the pills, basically Numenera pills. As you're looking for a book on that, someone does approach you. She says, "Hello." She says, "My name is Natana.
Natana.
I see that you are with the Order.
Yes.
Is there anything I can assist you with?" Where's my pen?
I am looking for information on Numenera pills. Specifically, Numenera that is embedded into somebody to track them and possibly maybe be able to extract.
Okay. So you're looking for information probably on nanite
Yes.
technology. We do have a section over here on nanites.
I'll follow her over.
So she'll take you over to a section. There's only about 3 books there. And most of the, as you're kind of pulling them out and looking at them, most of them are just speculatory ideas on how nanites work, the technology possibly behind them, the magic involved in them. But as you're digging around, you do find that with an effective, probably remove curse type of spell, or ritual would be the easiest, most effective way to remove nanites from a body.
I will look at Natana.
Nutella.
I will ask her if there is a capable cleric in this town. A capable doctor, not the doctorish.
Not the doctorish. You need a doctor, not a doctorish.
Not an ish doctor.
Not an ish. All right, give me just 1 second.
Is there a doctor in the house, not you?
There's a doctor in the house.
An actual doctor. Doctor.
Not just
Yeah,
one who
the
plays
doctor
one on
is.
TV.
In this town, well, what is it called now? Apparently it's not remove curse anymore.
Yeah, there's a remove
Restoration.
spell.
Is
I
it
think it's
restoration?
restoration.
Yeah, usually a restoration spell.
There's still remove
is
curse.
it-
Yeah, remove curse still
Yeah,
there.
I thought there
It's
was
a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, 3rd level
I was
cleric
gonna say
spell.
there's
Is
the
it a cleric
spell
spell?
curse.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's a 3rd level cleric spell.
Yep.
Okay. She will say,
I know my
I
clerics.
don't- she says, perhaps Tardask will be able to do that. His office is around the corner. It's going to be in this section of town.
I will thank her for her help. And to go around the corner to Tardask
All right.
and leave her to clean up the mess. Oh, because that's what I do.
She will begin to put books away.
What she gets paid for.
Do what you do well.
Tardask is, when you walk in, he seems to be just cleaning up in the area, dusting, putting away bandages, various other things. He does turn around. It looks like he has like a white schmuck on, basically, and it's very clean. He turns around and says, "Good morning to you."
I'll say good morning only because I have to. And
It's the trained response.
trained response. Good morning. And I will just come blatantly out and say, can you remove nanites?
Never specifically tried to remove nanites, but I can do some removing of curses and toxins and things like that.
Good, you're who I need. Come with me.
The direct
Okay.
route.
What exactly? You need somebody to remove nanites.
Yes.
Well, for me to do this spell, it's gonna cost 50 gold.
That's fine.
All right, let me gather my things.
Pretty
He
sure
gathers his
he'll
stuff.
pay.
And he
Don't
will
look at
follow
me.
you.
I don't have that much. That you know of.
So he will follow you. Are you gonna head toward the councilman's chamber, or are you gonna head back to the tavern? You spent a good hour or so
Well, I figured
researching.
they did their thing and then they were going to head to the councilman's chamber, so that's where I will head to.
Okay, all right. The rest of you, you head toward the councilman's chamber. Once you get to the chamber, the guards, of course, there recognize you. They say, give us 1 moment, and they will disappear through the doors. After about 10 minutes or so, he will escort you back into the council chamber, where you see Councilman Malian and a couple of the other people that were with him before. As you walk in, you see a look of relief come over all of their faces when Dr. Ish walks into the door. Mylene will stand and say, "You have accomplished what you have set out to do.
We have.
I believe payment is in order." Now you see him counting. It's like one of you is missing.
She had to take care of something. I will take her share and make sure that she gets it.
She may end up joining here before we're done,
Very
but
well.
if not, we'll make sure she gets her pay.
All right. He will motion over to somebody who's standing by a door. They will exit briefly, and when they come back, they have a chest, and they walk out. They set the chest down, and they open the lid, and there you see 5 bags of coinage.
Cool.
And I
Alex will walk
think-
over, take 2 of the bags, stick them in his pocket, and then he'll pick up the whole chest and everything and walk around to the others for them to get their bags. And once they do and it's empty, he'll close it and he'll hand it to Kadeth, and you're like, "Here, carry this for us."
I'll just take it.
Why can't I take my bag out of the chest?
You did no, he did. He took it around to
Yeah, he
everyone.
handed
handed
it
it to you.
Oh, okay. I'll take my
Yeah.
bag
And,
out of the chest.
and how much was in the
Yeah.
bags?
150 each.
150.
One-
Okay.
50? Okay.
150 was the agreed upon
Right.
price.
Far
for
more
the
than they
good
were willing
doctorish.
to give us initially, which is fantastic.
Okay. Starting to get up there a little bit.
Now that part's out of the way, I highly recommend that once the Doctorish has finished any responsibilities he has remaining in this town, which he's already agreed to, I would recommend that you encourage people not to hire him for services in the future. I see this as causing nothing but future problems, only trying to solve a problem today.
I can encourage the town not to use the Doctorish's services, but I will not make it law.
That's fair.
Just remember, every decision comes with consequences.
This is true.
And I'll look
Why
around.
won't you make it law?
Because I would be making a law on one man's means of providing for himself.
Of course,
And many good
start
things.
wandering around.
Your law does not have to be that it is simply illegal to use the Doctorish's services. It could be that it is illegal to utilize alchemical or magical concoctions to inflict illness, sleep, or memory loss on unwilling people without good cause.
Yeah, that.
I mean, there's laws against me going up and punching you in the face, isn't there?
Why, yes. Yes, there is.
But there's not laws against me having a fist.
No.
So,
Or for that
You're a
matter,
very bad
defending yourself
lawmaker.
with that fist.
right, you're a very bad lawmaker if all you can think of is that you're going to outlaw the Doctorish.
I mean, okay, I can make a law like that, but I don't know how effective it will be at getting what you want done.
Well, that's up to you to figure out.
I don't
Because
necessarily think it's us that you have to worry about pleasing. It's your own people. It's the community at large.
Well,
You'll keep wandering around.
the community at large, you may say, welcomes the Doctorish for the most part. There's only a few in this city that would consider him a bringer of ill fortune.
Well, maybe only those who have hired him, but not necessarily those who have been the victims of his deeds.
Administrations.
yeah,
Perhaps.
What does that say about your society if one such as this can prosper?
Maybe
That we
other
have
things
many
keep
grievances
changing.
against one another. That's what
Then
it
why
tells
don't
me
you
about
talk
my
them out like
society.
adults
Yeah,
instead of all of this underhanded foolishness?
perhaps that is the route we should be taking.
Oh, it most certainly
Thanks.
is. And if you
Especially
need
loot items.
mediators,
Seeker
if
just
you
seems
need
really disgusting.
mediators to help with solving problems in much more meaningful and friendly ways, mediators can be had.
I will keep that in mind.
So-
Did you give him your names?
No, I did
You
not.
had not.
Oh no, I
So-
did actually give him my name.
Okay.
Fixed
All
in.
right.
So Fix has had this book of the Doctorishes with all the plants and the formula and such in it. Did it contain the antidotes for his concoctions?
It
Yeah, I
did
have
not.
all of that. No, I have all of his books, remember?
You
Yeah,
have his
Fix
ledgers.
has. Yeah, you have
One.
all of his ledgers and his actual recipes, Seeker.
Right, so I know how to
Um,
contract them then.
Yeah, you know how to make all of the concoctions.
Right, and
but
the antidote. If I know how to make it, I have the antidote as well.
you could contrive an antidote.
Yeah, because I have an
Absolutely.
herbalism, a really
Yeah,
high
'cause-
herbalism. Medicine, sorry.
Because you have high medicine.
Yeah.
The book itself does not contain that. However, it does contain all the information about the various plants and stuff involved in this, which would make it easier for someone with medicine like Seeker to come up with an antidote.
Yay.
Would Fix know that Seeker has this information?
I didn't share it.
You didn't, yeah, Seeker didn't share that he has that information, but you have seen Seeker heal and do things like Goodberry. So you might be able to put two and two together that Seeker might know something about medicine at least.
It's like that TV show with those girls and the dads. Nobody asked me. No, I'm just kidding. I forget what that show is. I don't remember the name of it. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Bob Saget and all those
Oh
people.
yeah, the Full
Full
House.
House.
Full House. Thank
Yeah.
you. I don't know why I couldn't
Yeah.
think of that. The little girl always goes, "Nobody asked me."
Well, we've got our payment. He looks at Seeker and says, and I have his book on plants, so I think that you could probably figure out how to make an antidote, and we just give that information to everyone, all the healers around here.
That's what I suggested when we went on this endeavor, if you remember.
Oh, did sorry, I
That
don't.
way that robs him of all of his power. Then nobody benefits from this foolishness.
Sorry about that. I didn't remember. Joe didn't
Oh,
remember.
that's okay.
So-
Sorry, I did say it, but
okay,
I
then
don't
yeah.
expect
Let's,
everybody. There's a lot of crap going on. We don't remember everything.
then let's keep
Not
to
the
that
truth.
plan. He looks at the council members and says, "We returned the doctorish."
Have I made it there yet?
Yeah, you're about ready to make it there.
Because I will just burst right on in.
All right. It is about this time that Evangeline will burst right in.
Okay.
With a guard kind of following, going,
Ah,
and then turn around
Miss
and
Ford.
walk away.
And the doctor in tow. A real doctor, not a doctor.
A real doctor. Oh, that's right. You're going to have, what's his name? Tordax.
so Miss Forge, was your research valuable?
I certainly hope so. I will look at the doctorish, and if he isn't sitting in a chair, I'll tell him to take a seat. And then
Very
I
well.
will look at Seeker and say, he is going to remove curse, infliction. Keep an eye on the doctor,
Oh.
and the doctorish.
That
As
makes
I'm
total
digging-
sense. What a
digging
great
in-
idea.
Digging in my pocket, just in case, I'm going to pull out that empty tube. Potion flask, potion tube.
Okay.
And
All right.
I am going to watch the spot where they entered.
Okay. All right. The doctor sits down. Tordask says, "Is this the gentleman?"
This is.
He will move over to him and kind of inspect him a little bit. It's like so hard to tell when nanites are involved.
I'll go right there.
All right, you point it out. It's like, sure enough, it's right there. And so he'll start to make a little salve or concoction. He'll rub it across there. He'll speak a couple of words. And you will see the salve that he made start to turn black. And it starts to almost make that
Pebble.
The nasty stuff you saw in Hidden Naresh is what it starts to kind of turn into.
I'm gonna scoop it up as it's coming out.
All right. You kind of use something, you don't want to get it on you, so you just use a little something to get it into the vial as it comes out. And after a moment, it stops coming out of the skin. And Tordas kind of wipes his forehead a little bit. It's like, I think that's it. I think I got it all.
I will finish. I'll stop that puppy back up and look at it.
It's a little thicker than what you remember in Hidden Naresh. Could be because it's kind of mixed with that salve stuff that he had. But it is a little bit thicker. And there's not a whole lot of it, though he had flicked a pill that was probably not even an inch long. You now have a vial that's, a standard, like, beaker, where it's at the bottom. And it's about that full.
Okay. It does not appear to be doing anything to the vial. It's just laying in there.
Mm-hmm. It's just laying in there.
I'll stick it in my pocket.
Please, Dad.
Oh, I
What?
think his video is just off.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
No.
Oh.
It looks like he gone, but I can't.
Did we lose him completely?
I don't know.
Let me check.
Yeah, he's not showing up at all on my feed.
I just have it as not visible. Forsyth.
Yeah.
Andy's muted.
It looks like he might still be here. He's still in the director's channel. He just doesn't have his cam on.
Okay.
Okay.
He sent me a message. He said, "I'm there. Be right back."
Okay. So I'll stick that in my
So he's
pocket.
listening.
I'll look at the doctorish and go, you owe him 50 gold. He saved your life.
He'll look into his pocket. He'll pull out some money. He's like, "I think I'm only down to 12 here. That's what I got."
I will look at my party and go, my bag?
Pixel will pull out the bag and hand it to him.
I won't say my bag, I'll say my cut.
My God.
I
Pixel
don't know
pull out-
it's in a bag.
Pixel pull out Evangeline's bag and hand it to her, and then he'll grab the 12 gold off of the doctor's hands and hand that to her as well.
I'll take it.
And I'll look at the doctorish and say, well, looks like you need to find yourself an honest job.
I will take it. I will look at the doctor, and I will give him 50 gold.
All right.
Real
So
doctor?
you paid Tordask.
The real doctor.
Yeah. The doctor, not the doctorish.
And I will say thank you for your services. We're done.
And Pixel look at the doctors and says, "I hear down at the orchard they're looking for some hands. Some of their workers were found asleep on the job."
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
you can work with a wonderful gentleman by the name of Kevin.
I think you might succeed at that job.
I think I know, Kevin. Well, I will see what I can do. Mylian says, "Doctorish, come." Or Omash. He actually calls him Omash. Omash, come. We'll come eat lunch with me. And he will direct him to a side door.
And as soon as they start walking, I'm just going to turn around and start walking out.
Yeah, Tordask thanks you for payment and heads out.
I will be on Cadet skills as he's walking out. Because I'm done. I'm done.
You're done.
Once I'm outside, I'll stand there and wait for the rest of the party.
Fix would head out as well.
All right.
So,
We're
Forsyth
Tucker
will
hangs
watch.
back for a second and he says, "You're a despicable person, and really your head should be separated from your shoulders. It's by the grace of my compatriots that didn't happen. Do something that'll be worthwhile instead of this crap. Otherwise, I'll be back." And then he leaves.
Forsyth will look for pilferables on the way.
Forsyth will look for what?
Pilferables.
Pilferables?
preferable.
Items of
Pilferables.
theft.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
I can do
Items
that.
easily stolen.
Oh well. He didn't find
Wow,
anything.
that's bad. That is a bad roll, Senior.
Yeah.
He thought he could get away with anything.
I got a Will Wheaton inspiration.
Oh
Nice.
yeah. I hope I
Nice.
never get his luck. Oh my God, that
I'll
is
tell
awful.
ya.
It is
Mine
awful.
was bad.
Trust me.
He's worse than Jordan.
I watched his first episode on Critical Role today. That was so funny.
Season one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
during season 1. The best
I-
part
yeah, I
about
remember
it
it.
was that they were doing something for charity where if they rolled ones, somebody would donate to this charity, and then they had Will Wheaton on.
Oh
Like,
man.
"Yeah!" They started cheering for all of his ones. Anyway, so so you all walk out. Forsyth, you kind of walk over to it's kind of a case that has several figurines in it. They're all very beautiful. But as you walk over to it, you notice right away that a guard is watching you. So you
I'm just looking.
you're like, "Oh,
Okay, I didn't touch anything. Just looking. And then I'll just walk on.
So you all head out of the councilman's chambers. Do you wish to head anywhere in specific in Guran?
Well, once we're all out there, I'm going to turn and look at everyone. Well, we've done the first thing we ran across, but does anyone have any other ideas of tasks we could perform while we're here, or should we attempt to begin making our way north?
I will tell the party. I do not know, but there is a possibility that Jerlin will be able to track us with this. I don't know enough about this technology.
But we might be able to set a trap for him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
perhaps we can make it to where he's tracking something else.
Or tracking us into an ambush.
Placed it in a sewer rat.
Sewer rats are good.
What's wrong with sewer rats? They got meat on the bones.
They're very
They're useful.
useful, especially when they're scurrying about in the sewers.
Right.
But he's not here now. So he kind of looks around. Which way was it to the last kiss?
You didn't learn from your first try, eh?
Hey,
No, I learned
Or
very
his
well.
second.
That I learned very well. That's why I want to go back.
the
think
kiss
you
is on
learned
the
the wrong
east
thing.
side of town.
I gotta go watch this. That's all there is
You know,
to
for
it.
such a smart guy, you're really dumb.
What's dumb?
What you are right now in the decision you're about to make. I
Go
thought
have a
that was
drink?
clear.
All right, we can spend the afternoon and evening in town here and leave in the morning if you'd like.
What time of the day is it?
It is lunchtime ish. It's midday.
There's a lot
We'll go
of
to the
issues in
tavern.
this realm.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues in Guran.
Welcome to Ish.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find an alleyway that has nothing in it and change into a elven female. If he's
All
going
right.
to go into the tavern, I want to be just appropriate.
All right. As you're walking through town to head toward the kiss, Forsyth, you sneak off into an alleyway. You change your form into an elven female. Seeker, you're going to pick up on this too. Just your trained combat skills and whatnot, you're just picking up on it. The people in this alley or in this road, basically, that you're walking through, tend to or seem to be clearing the way. They seem to be dissipating.
I activate my feature immediately. Go on. But as I'm doing this, I'm like, oh,
When you
crap.
say dissipating,
They're
wandering
just
away.
going.
they're just going away.
They're starting to like veer off the street, get into
There's
the
somewhere
building.
else I need to be right now.
There
I'm
is
gonna go do
someplace
that.
else I need to be at this moment. They have experienced this before, though not often. They have experienced this before, and they see the signs, and they're starting to clear the street. Forsyth, because you've ducked off into an alley, you recognize or see somebody on the roof.
Ah, can they see me?
They watched you kind of duck into the alley, but they lost sight of you once you ducked into the alley. So, as of right now, they kind of think you're not with the group at the moment.
Right. I will stay
I'm
in the
gonna say you
alley
guys-
longer than I normally would.
You guys are probably coming from this direction. I'm going to say this is a little bit larger than normal, but you guys are kind of coming from this direction. And Forsyth, you have, where are you? There you are. You kind of ducked up underneath the awning. You're under the awning. You're not on the roof,
Right. But I know there's
Kind of
someone
thing.
up there.
but you know someone's up there.
Right. So I will be very, very quiet. And
Time
I
to
will
whab it.
I will change into elven, female elf, but I will wait to come out into the alley. I will change my arrangement of my things a little bit so I look different than the guy that went in. And I will probably
Alright.
wait a full minute before I come out.
You sound very
All right.
far away there, Senior.
Sorry.
Near.
It's been a long day.
Near.
I'm in the alley. Of course I sound.
Ah. Can you try pulling the mic closer to your mouth a little bit?
I can eat it, but that's about it.
That sounds much better. Thank you.
So, place yourselves approximately where you would be. I'm going to say you came kind of from this direction and started walking down the street, basically, to head off to the kiss. So place yourself in however you would be walking. Like, I don't know how your group, who would be walking next to whom and who would be in front and all of that good stuff. So place yourself approximately where you would be.
Which way are we
I'm
coming from?
usually in the front.
Yeah, you're coming from here,
I don't.
and
I
you're
would probably be
heading
leading
that direction.
because of the shield and all.
I
I
need
can't
to
see myself though. Oh, there I am.
Oh, I had to refresh. Sorry.
Okay, there
Ah.
we go. So I activated my
Seeker.
feature and put up my shield like immediately.
All right,
I know something's up.
all right.
Who's moving me?
Well, I'm
You.
trying to get to me, and your name is covering it for some reason.
Oh, here,
Get
how's
you.
that?
Say
There
her
you
name.
go.
Say her
Now
name.
you can go up there.
I don't know why your name is constantly showing.
My
'Cause
name
she's
doesn't
holding
show
it.
at all.
Yeah, because I was trying to move myself, and I
Oh.
kept jumping around, and I was like,
Hold on.
There you go. And the one that just popped up, Seeker, you're going to spot that one.
I have to go. I have to go and help my technology challenge wife. I'll be right back.
Well, that's
Okay,
perfectly
alright.
fine. Let's go ahead and take 5 and do
Okay,
our bio
thanks.
breaks. Yeah.
All right. Taking
That
Sounds
works.
good.
Dee, 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 dee.
And we're back.
All right.
All right.
So, Seeker, you spotted the one that is to your party's left, but it's on the right side of the screen. You spotted this one.
Okay.
Forsyth, you know that this one's here.
Right.
The rest of you are
I didn't make a
seeing
roll.
Seeker prepare himself. So make some perception rolls.
Wait, I didn't make a roll either. You saying that was my passive that noticed that?
That was
Oh,
that
okay.
was your passive that noticed that.
I got a
Do I get a
9.
roll now or no?
Sure, you can get a roll. Now that you're
Oh,
aware that's like, oh, okay, there's somebody on that roof. There's bound to be
All right.
more than one.
I'm gonna roll then. +3. That is a 22. 19 on the die.
I
I
got,
picked the wrong die.
I got
I
a
got a-
5 on the die, so I got a 9.
17.
I got a 10.
I have 14.
Okay.
Should
Seeker,
have picked the other die.
seeing that one, you kind of take
Yeah.
a glance around. You are also going to spot this one.
Okay.
Fix and Evangeline and Seeker, you're all going to also spot this one.
I
as
gotta
you
move
begin
my
to look
screen. I
around.
can't see it. There we
With my
go.
10, do I at least notice the rest of them tensing up or looking
You
around?
definitely notice the rest of them tensing up.
Seeker pulled out his shield and club and did his ability like immediately. So something's
Yeah.
up.
As soon as I
Something's up.
see you pull
You're
out your
seeing
shield,
Seeker
I'm
get
pulling
ready.
my sword and shield.
I got my sling out, and I've got some rocks going with magic.
I don't know what I'm fighting, but I'm at least
And I
reacting
pulled my
to your
crossbow.
reaction.
Okay.
All right, and you pull out your crossbow. So, go ahead and roll me initiatives,
Come on,
just to
blue
be
die.
on the safe side here.
What is my initiative? +1. Wow, that's sad.
14.
4.
That-
14.
I was gonna say, I'm rolling like senior. I got a 4.
Wow.
Senior got a 14, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You got a 14. Fix.
6.
Wow. Seeker.
4.
4. Evangeline.
4.
Oh my gosh.
I feel
Wow.
good.
Yes.
How
feel
how
really
am I so
good.
fast when I rolled so poorly? I got a 14.
Oh, you also got a 14. Okay.
Means
So I
Forsyth
have-
is first.
Forsyth, Kadeth. Where did my dice go?
Hey, and it's actually showing it on the thing now properly.
What's your dex, Chuck?
Much lower than yours,
Okay,
probably. I'm at a 0. I'm at +0.
+3.
Yeah, I have a whole 10 decks.
Evangeline and Seeker. Who's going to go first?
My dex is higher than hers. We've established last week.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh.
Works.
Good heavens. All right. You are starting to see these people kind of pop up on roofs. Seeker, you're already prepared and ready to go. Forsyth, you're the fastest one of the group. Do you want to take action or do you want to hold it?
I want to hold it to. Well, what do I notice? Do I notice anything about the person on the roof?
These people on the roofs look very similar to Jerlin's guards,
Same tattoos and all that. Can I see that from the ground?
as far as you can tell. Yeah, they're kind of dressed in the same dark leathers. They're kind of all carrying the same type of weaponry.
Is
and
there a path
whatnot.
up to the roof for me?
You could probably climb up there.
Okay, that's what I'll do then.
Okay.
I'll climb up.
Uh,
I'll climb up to the roof over here using this table. I'll get up on the roof over
Okay.
here.
Okay. You are able to do that.
And they look like they're about to attack our group, right?
They're definitely prepared to attack, yes.
All right, then I'm gonna sling a
gonna
couple
hug us.
stones at him.
You're gonna sling stones?
Mhm.
Oh man, you stone slinger. I am
I'm-
looking at the wrong book. That's why I can't find
He's
it.
gonna be stoned. Haha.
All right. Roll me a to hit.
24,
Yeah.
and the second one is a natural 20.
Good heavens.
I've been saving them.
Obviously.
First one is a 8,
Okay. He's still standing.
and the second one is let's see, that'd be 11, 12, 13.
8 and 13.
That was the
Good
natural 20.
heavens. All right. Well, this guy falls over, rolls, and lands in the alleyway.
Okay.
Nice.
Kadeth.
Hey, it's what I do.
So I'm assuming I heard the body thump.
Yes, you heard the body thump. You look this direction. You're going to be able to see this guy.
You let the bodies hit the flow.
Hey,
Let the bodies hit the floor.
that's what they get for.
Well, in that case, since I can see that guy, I will use Hexblade's Curse on him.
Okay.
And since I can't easily get to him, I will send a Eldritch Blast his way. So, okay, yeah, any attack roll still does that. Alright, clear die. 14 to hit?
14 does not hit.
Of course not. And I'm gonna say they're on the roofs.
Say that again. Sorry, you broke up on me.
I
I
said
heard
I'm gonna say they're on the roofs.
I would have told you guys that, but I'm on 4.
I thought it more important to reduce the amount of them we had to deal with. So
Made sense.
Well, I tried, but
I am so far down the list that I brought the popcorn.
see, but I was attacking with my less useful attack, so. But that's all I'm doing.
Okay, that is all you're doing. Aha, here we go. Pata! Alright. I just threw Hex on him. I don't remember
Well,
what.
that works.
You did the Hex Blade, though, right?
Yeah, Hexblade's
Okay.
Curse, but that's
Okay.
fine.
Alright. That way you know where your curse is. Alright. That makes us their turn. You're gonna see another one pop up over there. He came around the top part of this roof here. He was behind it. He came around. And he is going to, let's see. What are you putting on yourself?
Concentration. So I remember that I have concentration. Oh wait, no, that's not a concentration
Oh.
ability. Never
Yeah, I was
mind.
gonna.
That
I was a
base
little
looks
surprised.
more
I
like
didn't think it was
constipation.
concentration.
I was thinking
Okay.
Hex, not Hexblade.
He is gonna shoot a heavy. Well, he is gonna shoot a heavy crossbow first at Fix, who is the closest to him, because he doesn't know that Seeker is over there. How many attacks is it again? Oh my goodness. That is a 21 to hit you, Fix.
That will hit me.
Just like you today.
That will hit everybody. We're second level.
Oh yeah.
Really? For one, yep, nope, no pluses. 1 piercing damage. Yep, there's my rolls.
Take
Coming
it.
back in.
Did we get any temporary HP from your thing?
If
Rob-
you were within 30 feet of me at the end of your last turn, yes.
Do we get that, or are we
Okay.
waiting
I
until
don't
we go
know
Not
how
yet.
that works. Oh, okay.
Because we just started combat.
Gotcha.
All right.
So you haven't had a turn yet. So you got hit by 1 hit point. For 1 hit point. This person is going to fire a heavy crossbow at the menacing tall one and maybe hit. Which
What's the
is
menacing tall one?
Kadeth.
That'd be me. Which is fine.
15 hits you?
Just barely, yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what kind of damage I can do for you. My other die went to jail. Ooh, 3 points of piercing damage. You get hit for 3 points.
Okay.
This guy, he's going to move down just a little bit to get a clearer shot at Seeker. Because the Seeker was the only one he could see at the moment. 16 hit you, Seeker?
It does not.
Darn, he misses. All right. Fix. Oh, did you activate the Twilight Sanctuary? Is that what you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That's what I did immediately. Yes.
All right. So Forsyth and Kadeth both would have received temporary hit points because they already
for
went.
Forsyth, that's
Oh,
6, and for the other person, it's 7.
So Kadeth, that would have come off your temporary hit points instead of
Okay,
your
I got
actual
that
hit
on
points.
Okay.
So Fix, it is your turn.
I would turn around, looking at the one that shot me, and firebolt.
Dear Lordy. Is that a dex or is that a to hit? I don't
That's a to
remember.
hit.
Okay. What's your to hit?
20.
Nice. You hit him. You did not catch the thatched roof on fire.
Darn.
Where's the fun in that?
You know?
9 points of damage.
For 9 points of damage. All right.
And then
He takes it.
that was an action.
Kind of.
Yeah, that'll be all.
All right. That's it.
Oh, wait, no, actually.
Fix.
My bad. Sorry.
That's not all.
Nope,
Okay.
that is not all. Fix would then 5, 10, 15. Actually, no. He's going to stay hidden around his buddies because he can't actually get into any cover.
Okay. In that case, since you're staying close to Seeker, you're going to get some temporary hit points at the end of your turn.
Well, there is actually a grid on there.
Yeah, there is a grid.
Or there's
Kinda
the
hard
grid
to see.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could
How-
make the grid darker. I haven't figured that out yet.
How many temporary hit points,
Yeah,
Rob?
that's
Roll in
all.
enough.
Oh, for you? 7.
Sweet.
All right, that makes it Seeker's turn.
Okay, the guy that just shot me, has he taken any damage?
No, he has not.
There's a tag that says something on the one up north?
Hex.
It's hexed.
Okay, has he taken damage?
He has.
I'm gonna Toll the Dead, DC 13.
Is that con or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, that's a 10.
So
That
he's
die
going to
was
take a
rolling good for me.
D12. 11.
11?
Damn.
Oof. That's enough to knock him down. Can you move the Hexblade's curse?
Ken,
No.
right? Oh no, it's the other one that you can move. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it's just hex that you can move.
Hunter's mark you can move.
Okay.
No, there's
I'll
another
put
hex
that.
that you can
Oh.
move as well. A type of hex. Which is
Yeah.
it?
The spell
Yeah.
hex.
The hex
move.
spell I can move.
Yeah.
Hexblade's
Hexblade's
curse.
curse.
If I was damaged, I would take hit points. I would get hit points back, but since I'm not, I don't get anything.
Aw, poor thing. All right. Evangeline. Oh, and then Seeker, if that works for you. I never played it that it worked for me. So if you read it and it works for you as well, then you will get temporary hit points at this point.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. So I get 4.
All right. Evangeline.
I'm going to shoot a crossbow bolt. Do I know that one's up there on the roof?
You know that this
that
one's
one?
here because, yes.
I will shoot it at that one.
You
I
know
have a
that this one's here, and you know that one is over here, though it's a little out of sight for you.
I have a 16.
16 hits.
For 5 points. Nope, 6 points of piercing damage.
Ah, he takes it like a champ. Actually, it kind of hurt. Is there anything else that you want to do?
No.
No? Okay. Then you will get some hit points from Seeker because you're not moving. You're not moving away.
Are they temporary
You
hit
get
points?
5. Yep, 5
5.
temporary hit points.
Yep. You will then see a gentleman walk out from the door. If I can move him gently, there we go, to click him into place. Walk out from the door.
Yeah, you can turn on grid snapping. It makes it easier.
I know, but if you move it gently enough, it snaps to the grid anyway. Oh, his name is Bloodhunter, apparently. He looks very familiar. This is Jerlin. He's got, and I didn't describe it the last time, he's got the familiar scar across his left eye. His left eye is closed all the time. There's a nasty scar across it. He cannot see out of his left eye. You will see him standing there. He is wearing scale mail. And he is carrying a nasty great sword.
That's great.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
okay.
It's fine.
Okay. You will
Mediocre
see
sword.
kind of hanging off to one side. It almost looks like a sash or something that's been rolled into a cylinder that, like, from the back to the front where it seems to be tucked into his belt a little bit, it gets skinnier. But there's like a cylindrical green sash that hangs off to one side. It's hanging on his left side, the same side as his scar. And he steps
Denotes
out.
some sort of swordsmanship, typically, right?
He definitely has swordsmanship.
No, but the sash,
Oh.
is that what I'm understanding it as, being a military man? Because that usually denotes
Oh.
something like that.
It kind of looks like that. I mean, placement wise, it kind of looks like that, but it doesn't actually look like that.
Okay.
Like it's really weird. It doesn't quite look like a cloth, but it's kind of draped like it would be a cloth.
Okay.
And he steps out. How much movement does he have?
I don't know.
He has 30
Sorry.
feet. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. No wonder, so I can't see anything. And he is going to actually, no, he's not going to take an action yet. He's going to say, he's going to hold his action. And he's going to say, tell me what you know of the doctorish. You have
He's
gathered
not-
information.
He's not really a great doctor. It's just kind of ishy.
He's kind of ish.
Um, he's a charlatan. He's
Definitely a
one of
little
your
ish.
ilk. He's one of your ilk. He peddles lies and just yeah, not very smart. Like I said, one of your ilk.
And I take it you did not understand my message very well.
I have yet to receive your message.
So are you here because your little tracking / killing toy stopped working?
No. Did it stop working?
Wow.
I haven't bothered to track him yet.
All I have to say is wow.
So wait, you didn't hear back from your previous group,
Failed.
but you
I'm
came
gonna
after
tell you right
us
now,
anyway.
they failed.
I figured they failed. I have not heard from them.
Well,
Oh, you will. Well,
maybe
if you survive, you will.
Never mind. Essentially, we just said that you owe me a timepiece.
And that not to do this again.
Yeah, I figured that part was no longer relevant, so I left that part out. You owe me another
I
timepiece.
figured that wasn't relevant.
We have time to have this full conversation in the middle of combat? That's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Well, if
he's
everybody's
called
kind
in
of
the-
pausing and waiting,
Oh, the soliloquy part. Okay, I get it.
there's a little bit of a soliloquy going on here.
Okay,
And
now I understand.
Yep. Yeah, everything slows down for a soliloquy.
cinematic. What can you say?
That's right. He's got his hand up to hold them for the time
Have you ever
being.
seen Fiddler on the Roof?
And in,
Right?
in college.
When I was a kid, many times.
I want very badly to play the Klezmer part. Anyway. Whose turn is it anyway? I jumped
So
out
is-
in front of Forsyth.
So he's waiting.
So yeah, he's kind of waiting. He's like, I want to know what you know about the Doctorish.
No.
And he's waiting.
I say no.
No.
We
I
know
would
what
say-
the Doctorish does,
All right.
and it's
Forsyth.
merely to make money.
He's only partially intelligent and he's very poor.
Partially.
Especially now.
Much more poor now than he
Especially
was.
Somehow that happens with you guys. Forsyth, you may take an action. He doesn't even.
Alright.
He's not even looking your way.
Right. Well, let's see. I'm going to move 30 feet to here. Okay. Ah, brain dead.
You gotta. If you switch it to the movement thing,
I know. I was actually wanting to measure how far I was going to go.
Oh, okay.
So I go to there.
That's about how far you're
Well,
going to go.
when you're on the measurement thing, there's
Yeah.
2 buttons at the top of the page, and you can switch it to movement instead of the ruler,
Okay.
Yeah,
and
there's
it'll
a
actually
little.
tell you your
person.
distance.
And that will put me 60 feet from him and 45 feet from him. Well, actually 55 feet from him. Okay. So I am going to. I'm going to cast Ice Knife on our wonderful friend.
All right.
Jurlish. But I only got an
Jurlish.
11.
Well, that's a miss.
Yeah, I know.
Jurlish has a little bit more than 11 here.
Yeah, I understand. I thought I'd
Tink,
try.
tink, tink, tink. It just clinks
It hits
against
his scale mail.
armor.
I knew
Yeah.
I should have gone with the other thing. I should have done the
All right.
Purifier.
Kadath.
Oh yeah, I can make it there. All right. Well, I'm going to, as I'm moving, I'll cast Hex on him.
Okay.
I wouldn't get advantage on him, would I?
Oh, you already did it. Okay.
I understand.
Oh. Well, no, you weren't hiding. So,
No, but he
and
wasn't.
he saw you move.
Okay, no problem.
And I'll hex him, but I'll also tell him we know what we need to know. We know what the doctor does. What you need to know is this was a bad idea. And I will take a swing at him.
All right.
With Hex, let me make sure because it's been a while. Okay, it's just the extra damage.
Yeah, Hex is just extra damage.
All right, I got 17 to hit.
You will see him pull out his left arm, because he's right-handed, his left hand, and you will see him kind of block your sword and this shimmering field. It's a shield. It's like a shimmering shield. Translucent, you can see through it. Blocks your hit.
All right. I'll just look at him menacingly at that point. But that's it.
He will menacingly glare at you too.
I'm looking down at him menacingly. Much easier to do than when you're looking upward at someone.
True. That is much easier to do.
I don't know.
Lost
My
the
wife's
dice.
over like a foot shorter than me, and she can look up menacingly at me. Very.
Well,
very
yeah, that's true.
That's because she's a wife.
Yeah, it's a little different.
The guy down here is gonna try to shoot Seeker again, seeing you move over to where he knows his bosses. He knows you guys are attacking. He's gonna try to shoot Seeker again, but only get a 14. So I'm pretty sure that missed.
Seeker absently puts up his shield and catches the arrow with the shield.
Nice. This one is going to shoot down. Now that he doesn't really have a good sight line to Kadeth, he's going to shoot Evangeline. That's the next closest person. That's a 9 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yeah, they're not doing too hot. The other two guys are gone. So, we went through again. Forsyth and Kadeth, you both get temporary hit points. They don't stack, but if Seeker
If it's
rolls,
higher, right.
yeah,
I got a 6 for Kadath
Oh, cool.
and a 6 for Forsyth.
That gives me an extra 2 more.
so yeah, each of you can have up to 6 temporary hit points now.
I was already there.
Okay. All right, so that brings us to Fix.
Fix will. Forsyth is too far away. How far away is Kadeth? He's
30.
just over 30. Fix will kind of move up here. Still trying to keep Evangeline between him and the other guy down there. And he will cast Bless on Evangeline, Seeker, and Kadeth. And as he's doing that, he'll look to Kadeth and he'll say, "Give it another try," letting him use his reaction to attack again.
Nice. I love that ability.
And now you get to add a D4.
And the nice thing is, he already used his reaction.
He did use his reaction.
Come on, blue die.
But that shield is still there. It's up for...
You get it to add a D4.
I'm
It's
gonna
kinda
use
like the
my
shield spell.
inspiration.
Okay,
gonna
you
use
do
my
get a
inspiration to
D4 as
reroll.
well. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It didn't
Okay.
matter.
All right. Okay.
Total on the D20 and the D4 was 7.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
geez.
Come on, clear die. Really? All right. That's a total of 14.
That misses.
If I had gone with the blue die again, I would have been much better, like a 24. But whatever.
Well, you know, your
Sorry.
dice are deceptive. It was an attempt. It was good. It was a good attempt. And then temporary hit points for Fix. he's still within 30
wow,
feet of you.
9.
9.
9.
All right.
That makes it Seeker's turn.
Okay, I am going to guiding bolt our dude, Mr. Talky Talk with the sash that's not a sash. And that is a 19 on the die, so I'm assuming that hit. Correct me if I'm wrong.
19.
That's a 24.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
24. Yeah, that's going to hit.
And that's 4d6. And whoever targets him next has advantage on him. Alright, so that is a 19 damage.
19 damage.
And Seeker, I didn't even need my bless token.
Where's my
Oops,
genie?
wait. Leave that there. And he is going to come up here and as a bonus action, cast Shillelagh.
All right. So you're going to jump up on the platform. It's only
Yeah.
about 3 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm up there. Am I in melee distance? I can't see the squares.
Technically, no, but that's all right. You're going to move to melee distance.
Thank you.
Because you have enough movement to get
I
up
was
there.
trying. Thank you. And I did the guiding bolt, so let's cast that, and Shillelagh is free for me. All right, then that's all I can do.
All right. Then you can give yourself the
Hopefully more than
Temporary.
4. Oh
healthy
yeah,
one.
8. All right, I like
Nice.
that.
All right. Evangeline.
Okay. You ready to walk me through this?
Okay, I'm ready to walk you through this. What are you trying to do?
I'm going to do a force onslaught.
Oh, okay. So you're going to use your Numenera device that you have. You're
Yes.
going to burn it.
I am.
Okay. So, yeah, it's going to get burned. All right. So you no longer have the fungus because you're burning that device.
Okay. I got to learn my
And-
character.
Then you are going to. What did I do with my other book? So you pull out your amulet. And you speak a command word. Whoops, I didn't go back far enough.
It has a 60-foot range.
Oh, then you're definitely going to be able to do it. A beam of force comes through the amulet and targets the gentleman standing there.
And so you know,
Now you need to make a ranged weapon attack.
I got a 18 on the dice. +3, +3.
Yep, that's going to hit.
So that's total 24.
And then it's going to do 3d6.
Ten points of force damage.
Ouch. He gets hit and he kind of looks your way. And
You did that with advantage, right?
she did do that with advantage.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. All right.
Unfortunately,
Yes,
my first roll was higher than my second roll, but it's okay.
He is still standing and he is angry now.
For a bonus action. I'm not going to do anything.
You're not going to do anything? Okay. So that makes it his turn. He is very angry. And in a very quick movement, he hits Kadeth with a 16 to hit. Well, maybe he hits Kadeth. Okay.
It does hit.
It does hit. And swings on through, like slashes Kadeth and swings on through to Seeker for a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Ouch.
All right.
Did he have
Get you
advantage on that attack?
Did he have advantage? No.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes Kadeth, you're going to get 6 points of slashing damage. Seeker, you're going to get 5 points. Oh, no, sorry. Kadeth, you're going to get 11 points of slashing damage. Seeker, you are going to get 10 points of slashing damage from his greatsword. You feel, especially you, Seeker, being military background, he has a lot of power behind his sword.
Okay.
He's strong. And you are going to see, since you're standing right there on his right side there, you are going to see, well, both of you are going to see, because you're standing right next to him, the little sash thing that was hanging on his belt is dropping down and uncurling. It is a tail.
Ah. Is he a tabaxi
interesting.
or a demon?
Or just a
A
mutant.
dragonborn.
Is it a dragon tail, a cat tail, a
No,
demon
it's
tail?
more like a snake tail.
How fitting.
And it is Forsyth's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, Forsyth,
Check
you're not within
something
30
real
feet
quick.
of him.
Oh, and at the end of my turn, Kadath and me get temporary hit points. Kadath gets 8, and I get 7.
Oh, wait, when?
I thought it was
At the end of
my turn.
Kadath's turn, and then at the end of my turn, I get.
Oh,
56.
did you not roll them?
Yeah. I
Okay.
didn't. So.
Okay.
No, you did on my turn.
Oh, okay. So I get +8, not +7, because it was the first one I rolled.
All right.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how concentration rolls are done.
Only when
Oh,
you take damage.
it's a con
I just took
save.
damage, so
It's a
it's
con save.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I get advantage on them because of my.
And it's
special
only you got to
ability.
the damage you took, right?
And you got 11 points of damage, so it's either 10 or half damage, whichever is higher. So it'll be 10.
So
He had 10 hit points too, so he took less than that.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I got an 18 on my
Yeah,
roll.
he took 11 hit points, so the DC would have been 5 or 10, whichever is higher.
Whichever's higher.
So
Right,
it would have
but
been
he
10.
would have subtracted his temp from his temp hit points first.
Well, it's
Right,
how
but
much
it's
damage,
damage
you take.
dealt. Yeah, it's
Oh,
damage
okay.
dealt, not how much
Understood.
you actually absorbed.
Yeah,
Understood.
but I'm
All
fine.
right. So, but you're fine.
I just want to make sure I'm actually rolling those because I always forget
No,
about them.
yeah. You
The
keep track of that because
spellcasters.
I will forget about them too. Forsyth, what are you doing? I saw you move.
Okay, I'm moving. I'm casting Fairy Fire,
Okay.
and I'm making it so that I catch the two bad guys. It's a 20-foot cube,
This one and this one.
right? And
Okay.
but that I don't catch my own folk,
All right, you can do that.
right? And so I will need a Dex saving throw,
Guard.
DC 12. We're still low characters.
Well, the guard got 16.
Yeah. Oh well.
He got. Oh, his dex is better than I thought. He got a 15.
Okay. Oh well, it was a try,
It was close.
but it
was
puts me
close.
nearer to him. So.
Yep. And you will get the temporary hit points this time
Right.
for real. You've
Right.
been out of sight of 30 feet.
Wow.
9. Forsyth. I rolled a 6, so
Oh.
9.
Okay,
Nice.
I can put up with that.
All right. That was a good try. Kadeth.
All right. I'm gonna try swinging at him again. Let's see. I'm still blessed, but I don't. There's no advantage, right?
No,
No.
not unless you're rogue.
All right. Let's see. That would be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
All right.
Blessed is just for saves, right?
Saves and attacks.
Oh, and attacks. Okay, so
Yep.
I didn't even roll it last time.
Ugh, rolling bad on my damage dice too. 7 damage.
Well, every little bit hurts. Hurts, literally. That was painful.
Yeah.
Stop hitting me.
I'm
Stop.
your wife.
Stop
Cut it out.
interfering with our business.
Kadeth, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so temporary hit points.
4. So you would keep what you had, right?
You probably would have. Yeah.
You'd keep what you got last time because I rolled less than what you had, correct?
Unless
Or
you've
no?
used.
Well, I
Well,
had
it's
lost
more
them.
like you can keep what you currently have, or you can take the 4. Whatever's
Okay.
higher.
Right. And they had all gone away with the damage, so I get the 4.
So you get the 4. Every little bit helps. Now it's their turn. This guy, seeing Forsyth move across the roof, is going to attempt to shoot Forsyth. And that's a fail. That was like an 8 to hit, unless you have really
No.
bad AC.
Nobody
You'd
has
have
that
to-
bad.
Yeah. It's really hard to get below a 10 AC.
Yeah. You have to have a negative
This guy
modifier.
is going to have to move. He's going to move to the edge of the roof right here. And he's going to aim down. Actually, he sees his boss in danger. He's going to shoot at Kadeth first. Oh, that's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Now, what does he do? 1d6? I don't know. I've never hit with these guys. 1 point of piercing damage. I am getting nowhere very fast.
Okay.
Don't you hate when you design an encounter and it's lackluster because of your damn dice rolls? There's nothing more frustrating than that.
Horrible. All right, they went. That was them. Fix, it's your turn.
All right. Well, seeing as he is surrounded and getting walloped on, Fix will throw a firebolt at him.
All right.
Here, it's a gift.
Roll
Here,
me
and
a
it's
Some
hit.
fire.
Here, have some
Fire
warmth
just for you.
with a natural 20.
Holy crap. He's gonna take it.
Hey, at least Joe's not rolling attacks on every turn.
And eventually,
How do you use
Fix
that?
will rarely roll attacks. This is just because we're level 2 and don't have a whole lot of options.
Because you got sick of your Captain Browning, is that what it is?
I didn't get sick of him. I think you guys got sick of him, and Jody definitely got sick of him.
Hey, it's always good to play something new.
I hated that I played Quebec to give you guys all those ideas. I really did.
18 points of fire damage.
18 points of fire damage. Ah!
Is he dead?
No.
I have no
Nobody's
way to
starting
do
to look hurt.
I don't have any action surge.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No more of this 4 crits.
Yeah.
I'll deal with your 1.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Browning was disgusting.
Browning was cool. I have to admit I like Browning.
I did too, but those were disgusting rolls at times.
Sebastian liked him.
But yeah, that is my action. I'm still kind of hiding behind
Okay.
Evangeline, and he's like, "Don't move. You're in the perfect spot."
You are still within 30 feet of Seeker, so you can have advantage on that
4.
I'm gonna keep my 9.
Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Yep. That brings us to Seeker.
All right. I am going to reach out and touch him with my fingers. I'm holding my shillelagh, but my 3 fingers reach out to caress him ever so gently. Oh, and I get a D4 for attack.
Oh God.
So that is a 17 with the D4 plus 5 is 22.
Holy crap! Yeah, that hits.
And that is
Is this an
3d10.
inflict?
Yep.
Oh,
3d10 damage. So that's 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 8 is
21.
21.
okay.
You start
Whew.
singing hurt.
You start to see some pain in his face and some paleness coming through. That hurt, but he
Are
is
you
still
starting
standing.
Are you starting to rethink your whole life decisions?
A little.
Oh, wait till my next turn.
And I will move to myself. Oh, I can do it myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can move yourself.
I want to move here
Oh,
so he
darn, that
can't get
doesn't
out the
leave.
way he came.
Oh, that opens up a nice path for me.
Oh, that too.
I mean, you are also shooting from above, so.
Oh, I'm not going to be shooting the next time, though.
Oh, okay. Evangeline, it is your turn.
I'm going to shoot a crossbow bolt for a 22 to hit.
That hits. Let's see if he survives long enough to do this.
Let's hope not. Just being honest.
For 6 points of damage.
6 points. All right.
Piercing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still standing. All right. Evangeline, temporary hit points. Oh, wait,
Are we
no.
still
You're too
within
far
range?
away now. Yeah. I think you're too far away now.
Shoot.
Oh, nope. You're still in range.
Just barely.
D6?
Just
Okay.
barely. Yep.
So 6.
Did you roll for yourself too?
I did.
Okay.
All right. He gets a little angry, realizing that Kadeth is definitely using melee. Feeling the spell energy coming off of you, he knows this won't work against you. He is going to, Kadeth, as he turns around to face Seeker, he is going to attempt to grapple you with his tail. Where's my...
Cut it off. Oh.
Well, you could, potentially, but on your turn. It will be an opposed check, so you can do athletics or acrobatics, Kadeth.
Which
Yeah, because I'm well.
Yeah, he's not
I do
grappling
at least
you,
have
Seeker.
athletics, and bless don't count on this one.
Right, because
Bless
this is a
does
check.
not count. Okay. Blue die.
Ow!
Ooh, that'd be a 21.
Oh, close. He got a 24. So
Well,
you are...
You could have said something. I couldn't even.
Oh,
roll
you
that
can't.
high.
You can't get that high.
I can only get a 22.
So he, his tail wraps around you and grapples you. So your attacks against him will be at disadvantage. He will. Yeah, don't laugh. He has
Oh,
been
but
so
see,
going.
funny.
I just thought of something that's hilarious with that.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Because he has battlefield
Fixes.
control.
Yeah,
Some of that
Fix's
stuff.
ability. He can essentially make it so that anything that's rolled at disadvantage by our party is at regular, and any time the enemy rolls with advantage, he can make it at regular instead. So
Nice.
He is gonna
We'll see
summon
what-
a duplicate.
See, I was just thinking he wrapped it around my body, right?
mm
He did.
Not around my legs, right?
Well, you're at a 0 movement. Grappled means you're 0 movement.
right.
Okay. I just want to make sure because if I could move, then so can he.
You're gonna take him.
Unwillingly. I could just drag him. And then
His
it might
dup-
count as Seeker, as in getting out of Seeker's range, the Seeker would get an attack of opportunity.
Exactly.
Right? Actually no, his duplicate's gonna come up. Oops.
Do I know what spell that was for the duplicate?
Boom. It didn't look like a spell.
Could be a cleric
Oof.
capability.
And he's gonna attempt to hit Evangeline with a whopping, I think, 12. I think that's his plus. Yeah, that's a 12. Does that hit you, Evangeline?
Nope.
Oh, God, how come I can't hit anybody?
'Cause
I
if
want to
you
hit
dice-
everybody. Let me hit you.
Stand still, damn it.
Ah! All right. And that is his turn,
Wiggling's only good if you're dancing.
right?
Should be
Forsyth.
dancing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow me to. It doesn't put my name on there. Okay. Anyway, Forsyth is going to jump down and become a dire wolf
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Rar.
and bite
That
him,
also makes you large.
With advantage.
All right. With advantage.
which is with advantage, right?
But you got that pack tactics,
Watch.
right? With
See?
the dire wolf?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see.
You're that size now.
That's about the right size. Yep.
Yeah, I will just
God, that's
roll
terrifying.
2d20s and we'll pick the.
We can get
Seeker's
some.
like, what can't he turn into?
I
We can
say
get some
that.
wolf tokens and stuff.
And that's plus 5.
later.
Dire wolf has plus. So it's a 16 to hit.
16 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Doesn't. Yeah. And grapple gives him advantage on the attack, right?
I got advantage
does.
anyway.
Oh, okay.
He gets advantage from pack tactics.
Pack
But-
tactics, you guys are near it.
The grappling will not give him advantage because
Right.
he's not grappled. He's grappling somebody else. With his tail. He's gonna fling out his left arm and block it with a shield.
Okay.
You see that translucent shimmering shield.
Okay. That's his reaction.
That is his reaction. You're right.
And
Death Stormbringer on this one.
I don't know. As he sees Kadeth, are you gonna attack?
Probably, yeah.
So as Fix sees the imbalance of the attack, he will utilize his connection with the plane of order to realign the balance and make it right.
And the way he does that, he says, that ain't right.
Ain't
That
right,
ain't
man.
right.
That ain't right. Nah.
Something wrong with this.
You can't stop him like that. Don't do that.
Boo! You can't do that. Hope we don't play that.
So now I
Hit
roll
him with the
normal.
sock filled with nickels.
The old
All
breaking
right.
the glove trick.
So, blue
You
die.
still have bless.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do still have bless.
Yeah, good thing I wasn't rolling with disadvantage because I got a natural 20 on the die.
Nice.
Oh, dang you. How
Wow,
much
Chuck
damage?
came to play today, Jody. Look out.
All right.
I was like, I only
Alright.
need to survive Rob and Joe. No, everybody's rolling good now.
Okay.
So
Senior
that would be
too, that's right.
that'd be 23 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Ouch.
Is you dead yet?
He is really hurting. Let me check.
9, Chuck. Temp.
Nice. That increases my temp. Temps.
Not yet,
Um,
but he is hurting.
Hurting.
Hurting. Hurting
Did
bad.
I get any temp?
Oh, yeah.
As the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told you 8, I think I said.
well, it was 9 earlier. Oh, is it 8 for this one? Okay.
Yeah,
If,
so-
if you still
Because
have
that's
9, you
actually-
just keep the 9.
The 9.
Keep the 9.
Yeah, but when I became a direwolf, doesn't that become something different?
Nope.
No.
It's still
Okay.
attached
It's
to
still
you.
your temporary hit points, yeah.
All right, no
So
problem.
keep the 9. Yeah, he is standing, barely to death. Well, these roads.
I'll look at him and say surrender.
Huh.
Seeker like gives you a look that says "in your ass." He's like you're surrendering.
I've had enough
No.
of this guy.
When-
I'm
if
killing
I
him.
see you do that, I'm gonna look at you and say it's his one chance.
This guy is gonna turn and shoot the dire wolf.
Because that's scary as hell.
'Cause
He's
that's
on a
scary.
roof and now it's at eye level with him.
Practically. That's an 18 to hit that dire wolf.
I believe that will hit. Yeah.
That's a whopping 5 piercing damage.
Oh, wow.
That doesn't even get through the temp.
Yeah,
does.
Yeah, not really.
doesn't.
This guy is going to still attempt to hit Kadeth. Even though he's grappled at the moment. Yeah, attempt is a good word. That was a 6.
If he did, I'd practically ignore him.
Yeah, right. That brings us to Fix. Fix, it's your turn.
What do I want to do?
Damage. Lost temp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of the annoying guy attacking Evangeline.
Well,
The fact is if you get rid of the leader,
Annoying
So-
not a guy.
So far, it's not hit me.
yeah, Fixes
True.
is focused on the one that is grappling Kadeth. He figures that's the true one. He doesn't know what the hell this thing is. Yeah. 24 to hit
24 hits. Dang.
Nice.
for 9 points of damage.
Nice.
Of fire damage.
Ouch. He's looking a little singed and very much like weak in the knees.
Does he hanker for a hunk of cheese?
He hankers for a hunk of cheese.
cheddar
Oh.
better.
That.
Cheddar's better.
Fix, are you within 30 of me?
Yes.
Yes.
9. Wow. This guy is doing good.
You know what? I'm not gonna cheese it. That'll be the end of my turn.
You're not gonna cheese it.
No. I mean, technically, I could drop bless, and then, or not, drop bless, and then
Dropping Bless is the
cast
free action.
Shield of Faith on like the dire wolf and tell him to attack.
Oh.
That would have been interesting.
Go for it. It's your character.
No, not gonna cheese it right now.
Okay.
I
I
could
don't
have
know why
done.
that's cheesing using your abilities, but okay.
And plus, I don't know when we're gonna rest again. I don't have very many
Oh,
spells
yeah.
at this level.
That makes
That's
sense.
true. This is true. Seeker, that makes it your turn.
Okay. I am going to attempt to reach out and touch him again.
Dang, I
That
wish
is
you
a
had
nat
something
20.
against that. Dang it.
That is a nat 20. Oh my god. So how do you do your crits? That's 30 plus the roll?
Max damage plus dice. So yeah,
30.
that is nasty.
30 plus 15 is 45 plus 5 is 50.
Okay,
a
yep,
writhing
that's
mass
gonna,
on the ground now.
that's
Yeah, but
that's
how many
gonna
times have we
be
been hit with
a
those?
mass on the ground. Yeah. He
I'm all out of
falls.
first level spells.
He
Oh, I
falls.
have.
He disappears.
What about the duplicate? Oh, the duplicate disappears. Okay,
The
that's
duplicate
what.
disappears because he fell.
Fix looks to
That-
the ones on the roof and just says, "Flee now, or suffer his fate."
Run or
They
die.
take about a half
I
a second
growl.
to decide and run away.
No, no. Come and play. Come and play. I want to hit you.
Where are you going?
Come be my friend.
I can still see when I'll transfer my.
I want to show you the meaning of pinata. Come back.
I will revert form.
Fix will go over and he's trying to find out what that shield was.
Puppy.
Well, you're not going
And
to push
I
me out of the
will,
way. I'm right there looting him.
I was gonna say I'm gonna start searching pockets,
You and me
Alright.
both.
and I want to try to
You
take
are.
the shield off of his arm.
Okay. What you pull off of him is actually a gauntlet.
Okay. Gauntlets are nice.
It is called a gauntlet of protection. And yes, I did put it in D&D Beyond.
That'd be
And there
handy
was much
for,
rejoicing.
What is it made of?
It is metal. It is
Translucent metal.
That'd be really
a
handy
highly-
for the frontline fighter.
Yeah, me.
Yeah,
Almost
I know.
steel.
Just kidding, Chuck.
metal. Yeah, Chuck might need it to catch up to your AC.
Maybe.
I'm at a 15
All I've got
right
is
now.
a shield, bro. I've just got a shield. That's all.
Well, do you want his armor? Scale mail?
Oh, this
Yes.
is not what I'm looking for. Where's my notebook? There it is. All
Why
right,
don't we
what you're
let you
going to
tell us
find.
what's there, and then we'll decide.
Yeah.
What you find on him, you pull off the gauntlet of protection, because you kind of have already seen it in action. He has a pouch that has some jingling in it, and he has another pouch with what looks like to be a glass plate that's probably about the size of a coaster. And it has a little red pill in there as well, which the little red pill, Seeker and Evangeline definitely you'll recognize it right away. It's basically a potion of healing. The rest of you are pretty sure it's probably a potion of healing, but it's like a little red pill.
Pebble form.
Yeah, pebble form. But you could put it in your inventory as a potion of healing, which he did not grab and take. He should have. Instead, he was too busy using his bonus actions for other things. And in the jingly pouch, you're going to find 40 gold. Other than that, he has scale mail is what he's wearing. And he definitely, as you're looking at him, he definitely has now that you're getting really up close, he definitely has a nasty scar across his left eye. Not sure where he got that. And he definitely has a snake tail. He has another appendage.
Does anybody have Detect Magic ready already? If not, give me 10 minutes.
I have it.
Okay. Would you be so kind?
Cast Detect Magic.
All right, you cast Detect Magic. Of course, the red pill is glowing because that is a potion of healing. The Gauntlet of Protection is, of course, glowing. It does require attunement. The glass plate is also glowing. The scale mail, his sword, those things are not glowing. Surprisingly enough.
Glass plate. Can I do any type of check on that? Because I'm assuming that's Numenara.
It is indeed.
Is that an
Numenara.
Arcana check?
That is an Arcana check. And Evangeline, you can do it with advantage. Because of your background.
Do I get a roll for this, even though I'm not trained in Arcana because of my background seeking out Numenara? Hence the name Seeker?
Yes, I will let you roll that. Yes.
I rolled
That is a 17.
I rolled a 17 as well.
Nice. All right. Looking at it, and with the magic that's coming off of it, I want to say it's probably abjuration magic, if I recall correctly. That is showing off of it. Looking at it pretty closely, you both realize that this is a device that's meant. It's very similar to scrying, like a scrying orb or something like that, but it sees a specific place in the world, or sometimes even in the universe. Sometimes these can be attuned to look extremely close at the moon or other planets, or sometimes even other planes of existence. As you're looking at it, to look through it, you are going to start to see kind of out of a fog, because at first it just looks like a glass plate, but as you're looking at it, fog covers it completely, within the glass plate. And as it starts to disperse a little bit, you are going to see an image of an icy plateau with a sparkling, unmoving river kind of below the plateau and kind of at a distance just a little bit. Like maybe there might be a river coming off the plateau and you're just seeing like the after effects, because you can't see over the edge of the plateau, but you're up high, like on a cliff. You can tell that on the image. And everything
Nothing
is
we recognize,
icy.
though?
No, nothing that either one of you would recognize.
Very interesting.
Do you show it to everyone else?
Well, everybody saw the plate. I didn't hide it. I don't know if Evangeline did.
Oh, I thought she said the two of you would.
Well,
didn't
we
rec-
did knowledge.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
two of you were investigating it,
Investigating
so
it.
you can show it to somebody else to see the image,
Yeah.
but the two of you were closely
Definitely.
looking at it. Okay. I am going to say, Forsyth, roll me a history. Fix and Kadeth, you do not recognize this place.
4.
4.
How come you can't roll when it's useful?
Oh, come on. That's my bonus in history.
I have 0 bonus.
Hey, you're still blessed.
I'm trained.
Unless he dropped it, you're still
That's
blessed.
true. You're still blessed. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you,
but
you could get an
Forsyth-
8.
Forsyth wasn't blessed.
Oh,
Oh,
I
no,
that's
wasn't
right.
blessed, so that's way up in the corner, remember?
So yeah, you're looking at it. You're like, this place kind of seems familiar, but even at a 4, you're gonna know that this is probably really far south because it's icy. If you think of
That's cool.
Numenera, the world of Numenera, the 9th world, it's the southern hemisphere almost. It's the very southern part is ice cold, much like we think of
Yeah,
Antarctica.
that's not an area I've been to.
Yeah. But you're pretty sure this is way far south. This is further south than you guys are right now, even.
Okay.
So, that is what you have. And you have a mess in the streets.
But that's the only dead body, right? Nobody else got, murdered.
Oh,
Correct.
there's 2 guards. That
Well,
got
yeah,
murdered.
I took a guard out.
All right, let's check those guards then and see if they've got anything.
Yeah.
Does he have like a
Alright.
signet ring or anything like that? That was identification of his.
He does not. But you can see not only does he have like the open hand with the spiral tattoo on his arm, much like Fallon, also just above that is also a snake tattoo that kind of starts on his arm and curls up to his shoulder.
I don't want to carry
Evangeline.
around a severed arm.
Can you
I mean,
really
good
check out
carries.
his body with the magic up in case there's something that he has spirited away on his person, under his
person.
skin, somewhere?
Evangel-
Tattoo itself.
Evangeline doesn't pull any punches. She'll look at him, She'll pull off clothes, whatever she needs to see if there's any magic in there.
Nope. You do not see any further magic upon his person.
It's clean.
He is clean. The other 2 guards collectively have about 5 gold on them.
Okay. So that'd be 9 gold each. Because this is 40 and 5, that'd be 9.
It's true.
I'm
So
getting
everybody
closer.
Mark down 9 gold, so now I have 342.
Do they have any short swords or daggers or anything like that on them?
I am going
The 2 guards that fell, they were carrying crossbows, and short swords.
Could probably
Yeah,
sell
short
that
swords
stuff,
on them.
guys.
I'll take one of those short swords.
Okay. And he himself just had the great sword. He wasn't
That's great.
ranged at all.
A lot of stuff.
What
there
is
to
the
sell.
skill to use that?
Martial weapons.
Great
Martial?
sword is a martial weapon?
I believe so.
I thought it was just a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
No, it is a.
It is a martial
Thought it
weapon.
was
Martial.
Something extra.
Oh, it
It
is
is
martial.
Okay.
I could use that. It's not magical though, right?
No.
It is not magical, no. It's
Okay,
just a
then I'm
standard
not
great
gonna
sword.
give up.
But
I'm
it
not
is
going to give up my
two-handed.
AC bonus for that.
It
Yeah,
it is
Yeah, it's
two-handed,
a heavy two-handed weapon.
right.
and it is finely made.
You
But it is
can't
not
have a
magical.
shield if you use one.
Right.
I'm going to put that glass plate in a pocket.
But we could sell it.
Yeah, I think it would ruin my stealth.
We can try to sell it. We may or may not be able to get much for it, but we can try.
Yeah.
And
Typical cost is 50 gold, so.
Right.
But it's a matter of whether anybody is willing to buy it because the prospect of actually being able to resell it.
We might not be able to sell it in this town, or we might be able to trade it for something in this town. Like a horse
Maybe.
to carry stuff with.
Are there no city guards here?
All right.
There are a few. You haven't seen. They don't come by, but very often. Or not very often. You know, they're few and far between. You've seen maybe 3 since you've been in town. The first one you ran across. There's a couple at the counselor's house, kind of at the council chambers and
It's like
whatnot.
if it doesn't
I will take
involve the
that short
counselor, you
sword
don't
that I
care.
got. I'll take the short sword that I got, and I will remove Jerlin's head and put it in a sack, and I'm going to see the city council. I don't
We
care
should-
if it's
Sounds
late
like fun.
or not. I'm going
Okay.
Should we take his arm as well?
Well,
It
it's
has
not that
his
late at
tattoo.
this point.
Well, in his tail.
Yeah,
I'll take
his
that
tail
too.
Why don't we just take his whole body?
Why don't you
Yeah,
just take his body?
Because that's
You can
heavy.
just
You
drag
carry
him
it
through
if
the
you want
streets.
this.
It ain't heavy, it's a bother.
You could just sling it across the direwolf.
I already
If you're
reversed,
able
thank
to
you.
Oh,
carry
you
it
already
more
dropped
up.
four.
The head and the tail weigh far less, and they're identifiers that say this is actually this piece of shit.
I will also put that little red pill into a pocket.
Okay.
And I'll pick up the gauntlets and the scale mail until somebody decides to have it.
Well, I was just going to say, do you guys mind if I take the gauntlets?
I think you should. I would love to have it,
Okay.
but I'm not greedy.
I would love to have it too, but
I mean, you need that AC.
Well, the gauntlets don't provide. Well, they provide a temporary AC bonus.
Right.
What is it, like the shield spell?
Yep.
Similar,
Kind of.
it's a
It's
plus
not
2
as
bonus
strong.
for a round,
Okay,
and it's 4 charges.
gotcha.
Currently 2 charges.
Currently 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to go to an armor smith after we're done.
Okay.
Fix says.
Oh, and I
Huh?
should say, Seeker says, I was just going to leave with these 2 pieces of viscera, but I'm going to the council. If anyone wants to come, feel free. If you don't, I don't really care. I'm just going to go take
Sure,
care of
I'll-
this matter now.
I'll
Fix
join
would
you.
go.
Okay. Do the rest of you
Right.
And
follow, or the
unfortunately,
rest of you
the,
gonna do something different? Okay.
The scale mail won't fit me, I'm assuming.
You're a little big.
It's medium. So and you're medium.
Yeah, but I'm on the big
He's
side.
medium.
It
Yeah,
would just
but
look like, you know what? It's
It
just
would be a little
the,
tight.
The scale
Can you
mail
wear
bikini
heavy armor?
effect.
scale
It's
mail
medium
prop.
armor.
Scale
Scale is
mail
medium.
medium?
It's medium.
Oh, that's
Scale,
right.
scale is medium.
Same as chain shirt, which is what I'm currently wearing.
I'm wearing chain mail.
Is it a better
so,
AC?
yeah. It is.
It is better by one.
And you still get
than
your
what I'm
decks.
wearing.
Yeah, and you still get your
But no
decks.
more stealth. At regular.
So I guess if we went
Yeah.
to an armorer, I could ask for it to be resized
Yeah,
to
certainly.
fit me.
It'll fit you. Hi, girl. All right, so you
Heading
head
to
to
the
the council.
council.
That's what we're going to take
Yeah.
care of first. You
Yes.
head to the
Well, I
council.
am. I can't speak for everybody. That's where I'm going.
You start walking that way, and you kind of glance over your shoulder and see that the other 4 of them are following you.
Okay.
Fix is there, and
More out of
Fix is actually
curiosity.
carrying the arm. If
Okay.
if Seeker didn't take the arm, Fix would take it
I
as well.
didn't. You get a quizzical look, and he's like, okay.
Cadeth has taken the scale mill as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll
Did
take the
anybody
scale
pick up the
and-
great sword?
I did not.
I will at least pick it up and carry it.
All right.
You know, for this service, they should provide at least a bag of holding. We have rid their city of a vile scum.
At this point.
You're not wrong.
All right.
Not wrong at all. And,
And if they
perhaps
were-
more.
If they refuse, I would say we could put them back together, but no, that won't work.
Not at this point.
I
You
don't
would
know
need
that we
some
have
serious
anybody with us
resurrection.
that can raise dead
Skill.
or undead.
We'll have to think about that next time.
All right. So you head to the council. The guards
Yes.
see you, and like, are you in need of Councilman Mylian again?
Tell them that I
Yes.
have Erlin's head and his tail, and see what they say.
And they would see
Sure.
Fix with his arm. Because he didn't put it in a bag or anything. He just kind of has it
Do you
over
take
his
the
shoulder.
arm and wave with it?
Yes.
Erlin says hello from the grave. Had we buried him. And we didn't.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah,
He will
clean
say,
up on aisle 4.
"Of course. Hang on one moment," and he disappears for a little bit. About 10 minutes later, he opens the
Sir?
door.
You're using that word incorrectly. A moment is approximately 90 seconds.
Actually,
have
a
done
moment
this
1/100th
twice.
of a second. By definition.
Well, a moment was the span of time. It was a medieval span of time, which equates to
It is.
approximately 90 seconds.
Not
Yeah.
not by
Yeah.
definition.
The current
Mathematical
definition is
of a
different.
moment.
For the love
Yeah, the
of
current
all
definition.
that's holy, please, all of you, stop talking.
Evangeline says, "Who cares?"
Exactly.
Well, Fix
Shut
does care.
up.
It's a
Fix
positive
cares very
fix.
much. It's very.
The door opens.
I've let this slide twice now. Now you need to get it straight.
And for the first time ever, you see a, oh thank God, come over to Evangeline.
Seeker as well.
Love a good argument.
So
You
who
walk
shows
in,
up? The
I'm
whole
assuming.
council or just one?
Four of the
Okay.
council are there.
Baron says, we've done this town a service this evening. We tried to be reasonable, and we sent a very clear message not to fuck with us, but he decided to ignore it, and here's the result, and I roll his head out, and then I throw his tail after it. Now, our means of compensation, please.
And for good measure, Fix throws the arm out there too.
And P.S.
And
Either
I
way.
put the tip of the great sword on the ground and go. or I'll pick it up with both hands and go, huh? Boom!
You could see the look of recognition across all of their faces. You see that a little bit of a smirk kind of comes across one of their faces. It would be an older woman, kind of off to the
Insight
left.
check. Insight check.
Then roll me
Passive.
an insight check if you're
Oh, I
insight
thought you said
checking.
our passive made it. Okay, never mind. I'll roll that. Like, what is that
Ditto.
all about? +3. A 5.
Yes!
19.
She is happy that he is dead.
I got a 16.
I'll give you that 19. I only had a 16.
19 is what Fix got.
All right. Whoever got above a 15,
I got a 16. Yay.
you are going to definitely see wheels turning. She is you get the impression that with him gone, there is room for her to make a move.
There's always
essence.
one waiting.
There's
Okay, we
always
kill
one
her on
waiting.
the spot then.
We kill her on the spot. How dare you have ambition?
I will just glare at her.
There will be no ambition here.
Oh,
No ambition
I
for
almost
you.
forgot. Did he have my watch?
Oh yeah.
I'd imagine that he
I
did.
forgot. Yes, that was on his person.
Fix would have
Oh, good. You
reclaimed
have your
that.
watch back.
Okay, you have your watch back.
Yay!
I almost forgot about that. I'm glad you asked.
Timing is everything.
Okay, we're
Um,
talking to the council.
He says, she doesn't address. She just smiles, and you guys kind of get that. Okay, there's a door opened for her, basically. But Mylene kind of looks at the council, looks at Jerlin, what's left of him, and proper payment, Mylene says, for
Yes.
removing this nuisance from the north side of town.
That's a
I think
rather
he's removed
light
from
word to use.
every part of town at this point.
Every side of town.
Yeah.
This
won't be
is
a
true
problem
because
in any
he's
part
no
of
longer
town.
with us. However, it was the north side of town that he mostly stayed in. Did he come into town?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
attacked
much
us as we
so.
left the inn. You'll find the rest of him there.
Oh, great. Thanks.
And a couple
Uh,
of his lackeys.
You're welcome. Fix says that sincerely, like,
you
you're
can
welcome.
send a flunky.
All right. In the matter of payment for removing this nuisance that we dare not touch, we just left him to his own fruition to the north. Apparently, his own deeds got the better of him.
Well, we warned him. He didn't listen.
Well, I can see you've probably gathered many of his things.
He was poor.
No, we did not. He came and attacked
that's-
us outside of the inn.
Well, I'm sure he carried things upon his person.
Lying in
Oh.
the floor.
Are you trying to shirk the amount that you're giving us? I find it odd that you would call this a nuisance. This is far more than a nuisance that he created, and we expect to be compensated properly. All up until this time, I've said nothing, but today I'm speaking. I will have my due.
And I'm
He
just
was a
sitting back
nuisance.
watching you go.
Watch him go.
With all the charisma of a sock.
Well, this is one of those situations where Kadaf would realize that it calls for it.
Shall we go back and get the rest of
What?
him and drag him in here too?
No, this is plenty of evidence. Trust me.
What about
What
his
do you
flunky?
expect to be due?
Well, Fix said pointedly that he would like a bag of holding. I would like magical armor.
Well, the bag of holding was for the group. I would like other stuff too.
I'd like money.
Well, bag of holding we can do. I don't know about anything else. We are not of those means here. I mean, you kind of already got the majority of it.
But let me add a sweetener. This whole doctorish business. What if I told you I gave the means to render him useless for everyone involved?
Wow.
Would that be worth some more? Or shall I take up his business and use it for our own gain?
That would be totally up to you. Taking the doctorish and rendering him useless is really only going to hurt him.
The petty, vindictive people who utilize his services, and I level a straight look at each and every one of them that's on the list.
He's
Probably
going, would you
all of
like to see the list?
It's been over a year for me. And he starts looking at him too. Like, what are you guys doing?
Tell you what. A bag of holding. A favor to each of us to be cashed in at a later date, and
5 horses.
5 horses, and
And the Numenera
Partridge in a
deposit.
pear tree.
no, and as many last kisses as we would like while we're in town for all of our lives.
Complimentary kiss.
Yes. Not complimentary to the establishment. You will pay it.
Very well. I can do. And a bag of holding. I can give you a bag of holding.
Well, yes, that would be much appreciated.
And like guard
Do you want me
disappears
to carry that for you?
and comes back. Bag of
Absolutely
Want a bag of
not.
holding, not a bag of disappearing.
Yeah, it is a bag of holding.
Hey, what am I
Not a bag of how'd that get in there?
I could do a favor, or we can provide a favor for you within
Oh, I need
reason,
cipher.
of course. A cipher. You
I
need
need
a
to know-
cipher?
Where to get one. I'm not telling you have to give me one. I'm telling you should tell me where I can get some.
You guys let me know what happens. I've got to go.
You
All right.
you can get one at Wessex. Wessex. All right. And that is,
We'll pick up next week.
yeah, we'll need to pick up next week. But is that the end of that conversation? I don't want to stop in the middle of a conversation.
Probably.
I think so. After that, we would
Yeah.
head. There's a couple places in town, including the Last Kiss, that Fix would want to go to.
Okay, so you'll go to West. You'll go
Well,
to the.
well, in the conversation, we'll go get our
Marshette.
complimentary kisses, and
I'll go get that scale mail resized.
Yeah, and Fix
We'll
would
go
want to
get
go to
the
the
scale
armorer
mail.
as well.
Oh, and actually, I'll sell since I'm getting the scale mail resized. I'll sell my chain shirt.
All right.
Unless anybody wants it.
I don't
Depends on
need
what
it.
else they have there. So, but we can do that next
Okay.
week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me write this down. All right. So that's what we'll do next week.
Great.
that is
You want
the
to
end.
close us out?
Closing us out. So those that are watching, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, that like button only has an AC of 3. Shouldn't be hard to miss. Or
Tell
should
your
be hard
friends.
to miss. If you don't want to miss another episode, like and subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll see you next Tuesday.